Like my earrings?
Oh my god!
Right?
They're strawberries.
Of course, they're strawberries. is there anything you own that isn't strawberry themed?
If there is,
It will soon be replaced.
the strawberry version.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Trash Taste. I'm your host for today, Garnt. Joining me once again are the boys, and we have a returning guest, Emily.
Hello.
Good to have you.
Back.
Good to have you back. We decided to invite you back because we needed someone back that could rival our shitty takes on food.
You have
And-
terrible taste.
we haven't roasted someone in a while. So,
This is we wanted this for a while because it's this is like our intervention.
Well, I
Basically.
mean, but I also have terrible taste.
I'm just here to be the free content pig.
dude, the George Foreman is getting turned on.
What horse
We're
can we
grilling
beat
today.
today?
We are grilling today.
Okay, so every so often I come on Twitter.
Right. Oh god.
And
That's
every
never
so
good.
often I see Emily tweets, and most of the time it's strawberry themed or something about some shoujo anime you're watching. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. And then every time you have a food take, I just have to like close Twitter for the day.
What do you mean?
My day's ruined.
Like what?
Okay.
Okay.
Let's okay. The one that comes to mind most recently.
Can't believe we're starting this off and you're coming and swinging like minute one.
Hey, you've been here for like how long have you been in Japan now?
Oh god, almost a year. It'll
Almost
be
a
a
year.
year.
Yeah, so you came on the
April.
show right when you got here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been a
Is
year
that
now.
already a year ago?
Stop.
Yeah,
I
it was a
know.
year ago.
I don't.
Yeah.
A year ago.
Yeah.
Not yet. Not yet. It's been like 10 months.
Yeah, we've been hanging out 10 months. 10 months.
not a year.
We've been hanging out for like 10 months. We've like lost all preconceptions of just like having to be nice when coming on the show or something. So, you know.
Yeah. It's
You're,
okay.
you're a
I can
reoccurring
take
guest,
it.
so at this point, you have to fit in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fitting in here is having shit takes, and also we roast each other.
Okay. Yeah.
The
I'm
kitty
ready.
gloves are off. So,
I'm ready to battle.
so do you want to? So, one thing that comes to mind is your tier list of noodles
Ah,
in
yeah.
Japan.
Wait.
starting.
Yeah, wait.
Wait, what is
Let's
this?
start
What
off.
is-
So,
what is
did you not see Emily's tier list of like Japanese noodles?
No, I didn't. What did you say?
She tweeted it out. So,
Okay.
Emily,
wanna
how would you like to rank?
At the top, we have udon.
That's cap.
I need Didas here with me because he agrees.
Already cap. Go
At
on.
the top, we have udon.
What, like S tier?
It's just number one.
Okay.
Okay, number one is udon.
Yeah. Number two, soba.
Okay. Go on.
Number three, tsukemen.
Okay.
Number four, ramen.
Okay.
And then dead last is somen.
Okay. Well, dead last salmon. That's an obvious.
So they count.
Okay.
They're kind of like like other noodles. There's ramen noodles, right? Just in different ways.
Do you want to explain what somen is? Because I'm sure a lot of
Somen is like, I mean, for one, you usually only eat it in the summer. Usually it's like chilled. It's like the very clear, almost like rice noodles. I don't remember exactly what they're made
Oh, I
of,
thought
but
they were ramen noodles.
I don't think they
Oh,
are.
I'm
no.
fucking dumb.
They're not. They're really light.
Yeah. I
Okay.
think they're kind of like rice noodles where it's very thin, almost transparent white noodles
Yeah.
that you usually have with like a very, very simple like soy sauce based thing. Usually you have it in the summer as like a lunch, like a very light lunch. It's the one where, you've seen
feel
the one
that's
where it's like running on the river.
Oh, I fucking.
Yeah.
Oh, those things suck.
It's awful. Okay.
Right?
Yeah, that is
Okay.
like universally known
Yeah.
as like the weakest noodles.
It's like all my homies hate soma. You know, that's
Like, but there is like maybe like once every couple of summers where I'm like, I could kind of go for a salmon lunch right now.
That's
Just
me
like-
with ramen.
I think my problem is that you put udon as the best noodle.
Yeah.
Now, if you haven't had udon, imagine ramen. You quadrupled the thickness, and it couldn't absorb any of the flavor.
Yeah.
it's like cement. It's so thick.
It's so. It's
Okay. Look,
You like udon? I know.
I
you
like
do.
udon.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's your number one
That's fucking
is
weird.
what upsets me.
You know what? I
The
think
fact that
that's-
you have two noodles above tsukemen is like triggering.
Okay, well, I haven't had enough tsukemen.
Mine is like the inverse of hers. I put
Yeah, no,
ramen,
no.
sukemen, soba, then udon. Udon's
Yeah.
bottom tier for me.
I'm
Shit is
what?
bad.
Yeah. Because like I remember when you posted that list, I was like, wow, you have literally posted this list in opposite order almost. Because I think in the original tweet you posted Tsukemen at last, and I was
No,
like,
ramen was last.
okay, the ramen was last.
Ramen less?
Ramen is just like
God, you have the
I'm
worst
never.
taste.
No. I don't think ramen's bad. Don't think that last means bad.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
second to last in this case.
Right.
It's just the one that I prefer the least.
Okay,
Like if you gave me a menu,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
will immediately gloss over ramen. Like I won't even look at it.
Okay. Explain to me why udon is your number one. That's what I want to know.
Udon. Oh,
What is it about udon that speaks to you?
The noodles are nice and thick and chewy and tasty, and then the broth to like go with the thickness of the noodles. The broth is nice and light. Why? Why are you sighing?
It's just like the worst mix of every Japanese
No!
noodle. Like
So you get like udon curry, and it's like, oh, this is just curry with cement.
No,
sticks.
that's too heavy. But the udon broth, I love a good kitsune udon where you got that like tofu skin.
Okay, I get that.
and it's nice,
get
and then
it.
you get a little side of like tempura.
I think the most I've ever eaten udon was when I had that stomach flu because it's very light and easy to digest.
yeah. It's
But like
good.
if I'm a healthy boy, I'm not going for udon.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Udon is usually for me it's like the sick food.
Yeah, if I wanted something, I guess, light, I'd probably just go for like soba. Soba to me is like lighter than udon.
Yeah, I would
And-
rank soba higher
I
than
like
udon.
soba.
Yeah.
no, yeah, soba's good. But
Yeah,
for me, udon's like a comfort food. You know what? It's because I think, so I used to live in San Diego. It was really hard to find really
Yeah.
good udon.
Right.
So now I feel like I've just developed a crazy
I know
for
why
good
it's
udon.
hard to find really good udon because there is no really good udon. It's just mid.
How dare you?
I realized that they were like, the guys were like, oh, we're going to roast you for your shitty opinions. I was like, oh, I don't have one. But then I realized, no, there's one that hurt me. There's one that really
Wait,
hurt
what?
me.
Which
okay.
one?
Okay.
All right, guys. So there's
Oh,
this.
is it the- I think I know.
Yeah. There's this, you know. There's this place in Hokkaido, right? It's called Soup Curry Mog Mog, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We've all been.
Godlike.
God
It's
tier.
God tier.
This is like, it's soup curry, right? And if you haven't had soup curry, it's not hard to figure out. It's curry in a soup form.
Yeah.
And this place is
It's like the skimming of
insane.
curries.
This place is insane. Dude, the amount of spices they put in it. If you look on Google, dude, it's crazy. If you go to Toya, you got to go here. It's the
Yeah.
spot. And Emily was like, it's fine. And I was like, no.
It's fine.
No, this is like the heavens themselves came down to gift us a curry that would rival anything.
Question: out of 10, what would you have given it?
Like an 8.
What?
It was good.
You said it was fine.
good. It was,
No.
yeah.
Fine usually is like 6.
Fine is mid.
You're backtracking.
No, it was good. Like none of it was bad. I just wouldn't travel an hour for it.
I would.
Some meals are worth traveling an hour
Okay.
for.
In my defense, the breakfast we had that day was monstrous,
that was
if you
big.
remember.
Yeah, that was big. Yeah, that was
Right.
big.
Right.
Okay.
I feel like
Your
I didn't.
Honor. You had a big breakfast.
Yeah, to me, I was not.
Still comes
I was
on.
not at peak hunger when I had that
Okay.
soup curry. So I need to try again.
I make room for
Right.
it.
Yeah, because you only ate like half your breakfast, and you were like, I gotta save room for soup curry.
Yeah.
I mean, that was smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I've gone to Hokkaido, I've kind of made it like a thing where I always try to go there because
Yeah.
it's probably one of my favorite food spots in all of Japan. It's so good.
It's
so good.
And it's cheap as well.
It's too cheap. And he goes up to, this is when I knew this man was the GOAT. Not only is it 1 to 10, it was like 1 to 30 or 20 spice level.
Yeah.
And he was like 5 onwards is habanero. I'm like, how can we go higher?
Yeah,
This is-
that's what impressed me about his spice levels, because there are some Japanese chains that have like a ridiculous amount of spice levels, right? They don't mean shit for the most places,
Yeah.
because all that matters is that when you get to like the higher spice levels, you're basically just eating curry powder.
Yeah.
You
Which is
know?
why when you hear habanero, you're like, oh, we were using real peppers to make
Yeah,
this
yeah,
broth.
yeah.
Okay,
When-
we care.
Yeah, I'm like, what's level 30? Just fucking cyanide.
It's just a bowl of hot sauce.
It's
just-
I like spicy food. I get like 4 or 5. It's pretty damn spicy. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
couldn't
yeah, yeah.
imagine pushing it.
Yeah, exactly. I was impressed as a Thai person. I was like, oh, this is like real spice. It's real
fragrant,
good spice as well. Do you just not like strong flavors then? Because
Maybe you know what? Maybe because I can't handle spicy.
right.
I don't like super sweet stuff. I don't like super sour stuff.
What do you like?
I like a good.
You are an
Cardboard.
enigma. You are an enigma.
Oh,
of
I like
food.
salty.
Okay, well,
You like salty?
that's everything.
That's true. I think I just don't like. I think I have the palate of like a 65-year-old woman.
Or a 6-year-old girl?
A sensitive palate, let's say.
Yes,
because
maybe.
like you put like tsukemen and ramen last, which is I'm pretty sure our favorites,
Oh,
right?
yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Just because of like the nice thick broth
No, I
and
think
just the
it's
nice
too
strong
intense.
flavors.
If I get ramen, I take out the meat.
What the fuck? Where do you put it? Where does it go?
It goes in a garbage disposal
No.
called Ditus.
No.
I give it to Titus. He likes the meat.
That's fucked. Oh.
What?
I admit.
I don't throw it away.
I admit that the pork sometimes in the broth, in the ramen, is really cheap, really bad. It can be, but you still eat it.
No, sometimes if it's done right, it's like my favorite part of the ramen. Honestly,
Well, it's because a lot of the times the broth is built around that.
Yeah.
So it's like the broth perfectly matches it's called chashu.
I know, for
You're
me,
a psychopath.
the broth has enough meaty flavor for me. And anything like I like either rice with like meat on it, or I like meaty broth with my noodles. But if I have meat on it, it's too much. I need to take that.
I hate it because I've had these exact same arguments with Sydney because she looked at you like I saw the tier list and I looked at it in disgust and I showed Sydney and she was like, yeah, that's my tier list as well. I was like, what? What?
All right, we're gonna bring Sydney on this week to roast Sydney.
Sydney is my kindred spirit.
Women. Am I right, boys?
Wait, no, hang
You
on.
wouldn't take
Titus has the same tier list. He also ranks. Oh no, I think he ranks. I think for him it's udon soba, skimen. Wait, no, or skimen udon soba.
Yeah, no, I remember him saying skimmen was his favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is good.
Which is good. That's
Correct.
valid.
Yeah, that is the correct opinion.
That is the correct answer.
So with soba, do you prefer cold soba or hot? Okay, thank God. Thank God.
Good,
Wait,
good.
no, I'm a hot guy.
Really?
I hate that shit cold.
No, zarusoba is so
I know.
good.
I know.
No.
But it's like I don't know if this is. I don't know where this comes from in my head. I'm like, man, it just doesn't feel like a meal unless it's hot. Is this some kind of brain thing?
I think it is.
If I eat something and it's not hot, like if
It's dessert.
Yeah.
like dinner, it cannot be dinner in my mind unless it's hot.
Is that why you can't eat sushi for dinner?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's often why I don't eat sushi. For
Right.
dinner.
Yeah.
What?
I will have it. There are some sushis that
You won't go out of your way, right?
Yeah, I'd rather have sushi for lunch. Always.
Yeah.
Because in my head, something about it, like I don't know what kind of
Just have a side
trauma
soup,
this is.
and then
Have like a
you know.
miso
Yeah.
soup on the side.
Yeah.
That does help.
Yeah.
Yeah. I again, like I do eat sushi for dinner sometimes. It's rare, but a lot of the times, like I do not understand cold soup. I think cold soup is a crime against soup. I think soup should always
Cold soup is valid. You've never had
Connor.
a cold pumpkin soup?
If somebody offers me cold soup, I'm like, just fucking keep it.
It's all dependent
What am
on
I,
the
peasant?
environment, man. Of course,
I
like
know French people are like, what the fuck do you mean?
on a hot summer's day, sometimes you just get like a nice, refreshing cold soup as a starter, and it just
I like hot drinks when it's a hot day.
I like cold drinks on cold days.
Yeah, I don't know how for some reason when I drink hot tea,
This just felt like an AI generated conversation for us. I like hot drinks on hot days.
When
This
I
is
like
like
it-
two AI chat boxes on.
maybe you feel the same way, but when I drink a hot drink on a hot day, for some reason I feel like it cools me down.
What?
Yeah, I don't know why.
You call me the
wait,
psychopath?
wait. Repeat what you just said
Yeah,
so I can
know
fully.
it doesn't make any sense.
Wait, so you feel like a hot
feel
drink
like the hot drink,
cools you down?
it cools me
But
down.
it heats up your body.
Yeah, but I think it's like I don't know, something about it. It feels kind of right.
See, I kind of get what you mean because like
If you have a hot tea on a hot day,
okay.
because
it's
I
nice.
prefer eating ice creams on a cold
I was
day.
fucking same brain
Yeah.
cell right again. I remember.
Like, the colder the day is, the more
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, I want to go
No,
for an
that's
ice cream.
different.
Yeah.
That's different.
I actually.
Wait.
Wait,
what
how's
is
that
this?
different?
That's different. I
like
see
cold
the
drinks on cold
appeal
days
in
too.
eating cold ice cream on a cold day because you
Right.
know it's gonna stay colder
Oh, so
longer.
it's not right just because
like,
you don't see it. As
no.
Yeah, because okay, go for it.
Yeah, it holds its shape longer, so you get that it's at its peak ice cream
I
form
just feel
for
it
longer.
tastes better on a colder day.
I think both ways because I actually like don't like eating ice cream on a hot day. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but to me on a hot day, I want something refreshing. And when I have like a thick ice cream, that's one, the opposite of refreshing. And two, it's just going to melt faster.
Yeah.
Right? And on a cold day, I'm probably going to be less thirsty. And it's just something nice about having like a nice thick ice cream, like a Hokkaido ice cream on a winter's day next to the
yeah.
snow. I don't know.
I just like all ice cream at all periods because ice cream is the best fucking dessert.
Connor knows one dessert, and that's
Ice cream is the best dessert. I will fight people on this. This is like when you guys laughed at me when we went to the restaurant, and it was like this really fancy restaurant, and everyone was getting these desserts that were extremely like it was like it's a mushroom caved in as a chocolate truffle, and then Joey's like, I'll have the flambe flipped inside out and
Connor
served
goes,
15. I'm like, I'll have
Can I have ice cream?
No. I went. of a single scoop of ice cream.
Of vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, I remember.
And everyone laughed when I ordered it because everyone was going on this tirade of extremely extravagant desserts. I was like, a single scoop of
The
vanilla.
dessert was really, really fucking good, and they put
the vanilla
they
was great.
put effort into designing these really, really intricate desserts.
Yeah.
And they not only looked aesthetic, but they tasted really, really good. And then kind of
No, because I get it. Because it's like if it's at like a bog standard, like run of the mill restaurant that has desserts, then
Yeah.
I will also opt to get like a single scoop of ice cream. But if you're at like a fancy restaurant or like a restaurant that has like
I don't need this bougie
desserts that actually are crafted and are unique, then
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it out. Like I'm not a huge dessert person, but I'm like, oh, okay, that looks kind of unique.
I'm like the complete opposite of you, because if I go to a normal place and they just all like have bog standard desserts, I'm just not gonna have dessert. The only reason I'll go out of my way to have dessert if it's like a little bit extravagant, a little bit something
it's
special.
It's like the steak, right? It's like in every restaurant, like steak is the indication of how good your restaurant is, right? If you can cook a steak, good.
Yeah.
Same with ice cream. If you can give me good ice cream, then your desserts must be pretty fucking good. If you can get a vanilla ice cream,
But you never order anything but vanilla ice cream.
That's how I
So
decide.
how would you
But
know?
if I went back, I'd probably order vanilla
You
ice
would
cream again.
never.
But I might consider something else.
Connor only considers two things: vanilla ice cream and tiramisu. That's like anything else on the menu is just like
I
worthless,
like
disgusting.
What's that? The Italian dish called? The one where it's like cream and like.
Oh, I like creme brulee.
No.
I love creme brulee.
Creme brulee is
That's
good.
probably my favorite.
It's like mille-feuille.
Oh, millefeuille.
Yeah, millefeuille. I love
like
that
the
one.
layered cake.
Yeah.
Right?
That
Yeah,
shit-
that's
shit's
good too.
But normally it's ice
What a-
cream or tiramisu.
What about fruity kind of desserts?
fruit?
That's the best dessert.
I just think that fruit is always shit.
Wait.
What?
I think
Wait, how did we?
fruit is always shit. I'm just say it, right?
You couldn't have said like a more perfectly opposite opinion.
I think that vegetables trump fruits in every single way.
Well, yeah.
And I have no time for
No,
it.
but like in
Fruits.
a meal, right? That makes sense.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
what about in a dessert?
I'd just rather not. I'd just rather have something like an ice cream. When they bring out, because in Japan they're obsessed with desserts, fruit desserts.
Yeah, I love
I
it.
fucking hate it. Because I hate it.
I love
Because I'm just
it.
like, can I just have like a real dessert? Can I just have something that isn't fruit? Like I don't
What's
want
wrong?
fruit.
Fruit tastes so good here.
No, it's fine. I just prefer an ice cream or a tiramisu or something.
You know what I've been obsessed with lately?
Very old.
What?
I feel.
Other than
Did-
strawberries?
Do you guys ever get those frozen mango chunks from 7-Eleven?
Oh yeah.
They're so
They're
good.
fucking bomb.
I've
They're
been
so good.
killing like 2 bags a night.
As you know,
Like murdering.
It's like having a little sorbet between your fingertips.
Those are really
It's
good.
so creamy.
Yeah, I was kind of sus about it because I'm like, oh, that's a really cheap for a bag of mangoes. Because usually, when you get actual mangoes in Japan, they're like cost 20,000
Yeah.
fucking yen. Right?
Yeah.
So when I saw like, how much are they? They're like 200 yen or something.
They're like
right?
200 yen per
yeah,
bag.
200 yen for a frozen
I just-
bag of mangoes, like decent size like that. And I'm like, all right, I'll give it a go. And I had it. So
It's
good.
so good.
So good. In the summer, banging.
I do like bananas. I just realized that. I like bananas.
Well, yeah.
Bananas,
But I wouldn't have it as dessert.
not even like a banana.
That's like a
Not
breakfast
even like
fruit.
a banana split.
Oh, fuck no. That shit's awful.
Wait, so you don't like any fruits but bananas, basically?
No, I do like fruits. There's never an occasion where I would want a fruit over a vegetable. I don't know why. I'm just like, even if,
Like in any situation.
I think I just always prefer vegetables.
What if it's a really hot day?
Vegetables.
What if you wanted a smoothie?
I
Vegetable
like
smoothie.
kale smoothies though a lot.
Oh my god. What am I?
I don't ever go for like the super fruity ones. I'll get the ones where they put all the green shit in it because it tastes good.
I mean, I get that, but sometimes it's a hot day and you're like, yeah, I could go for like a mango smoothie or like a...
A hot tea.
Oh, no, I remember in Thailand, this
Yeah, I got the
fucker,
smoothie.
everybody was like, yo, let's go to the store, get a mango smoothie, get like a watermelon smoothie.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
god, those are so good.
Connor being the fucking British person, he's just like, do you have a hot tea? It's like, I'm like, bro, it's like 30 degrees. What do you want?
Yeah, I wanted a hot tea because it's a hot day. That's how I like cool down.
Unfortunately, Connor didn't realize that 99% of drinks in Thailand come with like a bucket full of ice,
Yeah.
no matter where you go.
Bro, yeah, they gave me. I had this. I tried Thai tea, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Fucking hell, this is sweet."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So much.
Yeah.
I was like, can you do it without the sugar? I asked her on the plane. I was like, can I have a tea without sugar? And she was like, yeah, it doesn't have sugar in it. I'm like, no. This one's super sweet. Can I have one that isn't sweet?
No, it just comes with sugar.
She was like, what?
That's just tea.
What do you mean? I was like, well, I want this tea you've given me, but way less sweet. She's like, calm me down. I was like, I know it. I know you have it. I know you have it. Give it to me.
Have you ever had like Southern sweet tea?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awful.
That shit's fucking gross.
Why?
Yeah, it is.
You like
it
it?
is.
Of course you like that.
No, I don't. No. I don't like it when it's super sweet, but I went to Alabama once and I had some of the best peach iced tea I've ever had in my life.
It might be good if you put enough sugar in it and peach.
The first time I had it was in Atlanta, and I tried it because my friend was like, "Yo, you should try this. It's Southern tea," and I'm like, "Okay, let's see how it is, bro." It was like sugar water.
Yeah,
It's literally sugar
It
water.
is sugar water.
It's
Yeah.
like,
It's
I'm
fine.
like,
That's to make it palatable, right? Because tea's hard to drink if you're not generationally pressured into it.
I mean, not every culture gets tea. But what state did we do a show at that they voted like the top thing America does best, and they voted like tea at number one?
Some of them thought they did tea better than anywhere else.
Yeah,
that was insulting.
Where was this?
Oh, it must have.
it was
it's one of the southern states.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
No, I don't even think it was. I think it was like.
Was it not?
I think it was like.
it was the state that they threw all the tea into the ocean. What state was that?
Boston.
Boston, yeah, Massachusetts, yeah.
I think it was Massachusetts, right?
Boston's in Massachusetts, right?
Yeah.
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 I think it was the Boston show.
Yeah, maybe
And they were like, we do tea better than anyone else. I'm like, oh, really? Is that why you threw it all into the ocean?
I do remember that. Yes,
That's cap.
I'm really hoping you guys were trolling, guys.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
So what do you hate about lamb?
Huh?
What do you hate about lamb?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, why are we
As
bringing
an
up?
Australian, I was so offended when you said that.
bringing up the food stuff right now?
A lot of people didn't like that. I heard that you didn't like lamb, and my response was, well, let's try every lamb.
Why did they not like that?
I think because they were like, that's how you pressure someone into hating something more. And I was
No.
like,
I went into it with an open mind.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with that statement.
But the thing that you said, I don't mind if you don't like lamb. I mean, I am offended, but it's okay.
It tastes dusty.
The thing that you said that made me think like, huh? Was that you said it tastes like goat's cheese.
No, Didas said that. I didn't say that. Didas said it tasted like goat cheese.
I don't think it's dusty.
Okay.
Better.
It tastes. I can't
Emily?
explain it.
Emily,
No.
I actually kind of agree with
No.
you. Yeah, I've been holding this in. I've been holding this
wrong with
in.
you?
But
ally.
yes, okay. I wanted to bring.
not bad.
I wanted to bring this up because for the longest
never allowed back in Australia.
for the longest time, I was like, I kind of like didn't like lamb as well, just because it has this like really weird aftertaste.
It gets me.
Yeah, and
Is it like the gaminess of
It's
it?
the
maybe?
dustiness.
I don't know about that, bro. You got to get that checked out.
And like the goat's cheese thing, it's the reason I was put off by goat's cheese is because it did have this aftertaste, and it kind of reminded me of the lamb aftertaste, but like even stronger. So I kind of get what Titus is talking about.
What they're talking about?
Ghost cheese also tastes dusty.
What the fuck? I love goat's cheese.
I mean, ghost cheese isn't my favorite, but dusty is not the word I would use to describe it.
I love goat's cheese. How do you not like that?
I can't. It's such a bizarre flavor. I can't describe the aftertaste.
I know a lot of people who don't like lamb saying that like it tastes very like earthy or like very gamey is the word that they use, where like it smells like a wild animal.
Yeah, I just like when
people eat deer, feel the same way as
The
well.
deer was
no,
fine.
deer's
Yeah,
good.
we ate
Deer's
deer as
good.
well.
Yeah, the deer was fine.
Deer doesn't have that same. I've never had bear, so I don't know like how gamey that
bear
meat is.
I noticed when we were eating meat, it was like the closer it tasted to a meat you recognized, you were like, "This is good." 'Cause I think deer tastes closer to beef than it does.
Oh,
like,
definitely.
Yeah.
So
I think it
was like,
does.
"Oh, okay.
But deer is considered more gamier than lamb.
Well, here's the thing. I used to like really hate lamb because I'd already get like really cheap cuts.
Right.
And then once I started getting like proper like Australian lamb chops and stuff like that, I was like, oh, this actually slaps pretty hard.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry. What? You're from the UK. What are you talking about? Why are you bigging up their lamb? We have some of the best.
No, we have
because
some of the best.
actually,
I'm sorry.
I think it's UK that put me off lamb for the longest time because I think
Australia with the dub, let's go.
I think the aftertaste in the UK lamb is just way, or at least the ones I
Where
had
the
in
fuck
like
are you
school.
getting your lamb from?
Just
I'm
okay,
offended.
okay.
I can't believe you said that.
1-0.
Wow.
Look, anytime we'd have lamb at like any roast like dinners or like any, it was mostly like school lunches that put me off lamb because it was like obviously it wasn't good cuts of lamb because they were fucking school dinners.
Damn, you guys
right?
got lamb at school lunches?
Yeah,
Again, it's very abundant.
yeah.
Jesus.
We had a
there's
lot.
More, there's more sheep in Wales than people.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So I'd had it a lot in like school, and I just hated this weird aftertaste every
I
time.
didn't get lamb in school though.
Did you
Yeah.
No, what the fuck? Where were
Yeah.
we going?
Lamb is mad expensive in Australia.
Dude, they barely gave us pasta. We had to pay for that.
not? Sometimes you'd have like, you know, there was a special occasion where they'd have like a kind of like roast. And it was like the cheapest kind of
I
roast
didn't even get school
available.
lunch, bro. I'm
Fuck, man.
just jealous of that already. I'm like, damn, they gave you food?
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't good cuts of lamb, obviously, because to me it tasted like shit. Put me off lamb for the longest
Right.
time. Only got into lamb actually.
When you had the good lamb.
Yeah, when I had the good lamb. Probably like in my span of moving to Japan, actually, because I just avoided lamb for my entire life. But it still, if it's like a cheap cut of lamb, a lot of the times I just can't handle it.
So you like the expensive lamb now? Like you like lamb, but only if it's the good cut.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, that's me with steak. Like, if it's a good cut of steak, then I like it. But I was kind of the same with you. Like, I grew up eating a lot of like really cheap cuts of like beef steak, so it's like it kind of put me off it for the longest time. And then when I moved to Japan, I had a really good cut of steak, and I'm like, oh, steak can be good. Wow, that's surprising.
What are you talking about, though? Australian steak is still good, though, Joey.
Yeah, but like you can also get like it's like lamb in the UK where it's like it's very abundant. Like you can get the really cheap cuts, but you can also get the really expensive cuts. And
Okay.
like I guess the ones I ate my whole life were just like mostly the really cheap cuts because I didn't have any money growing up. So it's like,
Yeah.
oh, this is not that great.
Yeah, because Connor took you to Genghis Khan in
Yeah.
in Hokkaido, right? What was your impression of that?
Just stamp one now. Just fucking crush my
Come
head.
on,
Emily,
be honest,
just be honest. Be honest. I'm an ally.
It
I'm an
was-
ally.
it
He's
was-
I promise
safe
I won't
space.
get angry.
Safe space.
It was not for me.
You're dead to me!
I would not go again, but I am glad I can finally like put it to rest. I just don't like
What do
lamb.
you mean you don't like lamb tongue, huh?
Oh no, yeah, I didn't like
We
tongue.
had like everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You don't like lamb tongue?
No.
No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. I do like
That's
lamb
the best
tongue. I do like lamb. It's very chewy.
That's my favorite cut.
No, I'm not a fan of tongue in general. I think I don't like the texture. It's too chewy. It's too.
Don't like British lamb. Don't like fucking tongue.
Yeah, me neither. I don't
what
like
do you?
tongue.
What's your favorite cut at a yakiniku?
My favorite cut.
If you don't like tongue. Anything
Anything but
tongue?
just tongue. Like I fucking love like 90% of cuts except for the tongue.
Okay, question.
Okay.
You go to yakitori, right?
Okay.
What's your go-to? You can order one steak from a yakitori place. What are you ordering?
Oh, negima 100%.
Yeah, me too. What do you get?
I don't really like
I knew that. I
yakitori.
fucking.
Can we
Oh wait. Okay.
save it for later? Can we save this for later?
I mean, really, like, is this scripted? Is this a troll?
But there'll be a video out on your channel at some point where we'll be going over all this
Yeah.
stuff in
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
detail.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Well, okay. Since we were on the topic of fruits, you know
Okay.
how last time when I was here, I said I wanted to bring fruit as like gifts.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
I didn't. I brought fruit this time.
Oh,
Did you actually?
I did.
oh hell yeah!
I'll take
Well-
I'll take Connor's
You know what?
one.
Connor might change his opinion.
Wait,
Yeah.
no. Wait, hold up. Let it cook. Could be a banana. It could be a banana, boys.
Hold up.
Hold up.
Listen. Okay, I'm being hyperbolic in a sense when I'm saying I don't like any fruit, but there's just a lot of the time I just prefer veg.
Did
Yeah.
you give him oranges? That would be.
If you give me
amazing.
a fucking orange, though, you are dead. to
Well,
me.
okay. They don't. Unfortunately, I don't think luxury bananas are a thing.
Oh,
I don't
don't
think they're a
They're,
thing.
they're not exactly the most like high class.
a bunch of
Banana.
Joel bananas.
They didn't have any like
Sweetio.
nice bananas, so I just got the most expensive one that they had,
Oh, wow.
which was
Thank you.
which was like 240 yen.
Hey, it's still the cats, you know. I appreciate that.
He's getting value for his money at least.
I am getting value for money.
Joey, I know your favorite's watermelon, but
Yeah.
watermelon's not in season.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I don't. Do you like these? Whatever these are.
What the
I
fuck
do like
is that?
Decapon. They're
You
good.
do?
Yeah, they're
What
fucking
is
good.
that?
That looks tumorous. What is that?
That looks like an orange on steroids.
It's pretty much is.
That is a roided orange. Look
roided
at that.
orange.
That's me. Like my two boys when I leave the onset. That's what they look like.
Yeah, so these are Decapon, which are like a type of orange. It's like an orange mandarin.
That's just
hybrid.
like the fucking Liver King if
And this
he
one's
was an
for
orange.
Garnt,
What
'cause
the fuck?
strawberries are in season.
Fuck yeah! You know I'm always loving
I
strawberries.
feel like
Thank
I
you
can
so
see
much.
who the favorite friend is.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, it's just,
I can see the ranking.
My fellow lamb haters, where you at? My fellow.
Not only did you get strawberries, you also got the luxurious alternative
You got the
version.
Awayuki as well. That's just bomb.
the white ones.
Yeah, the
pink
Awayuki ones are
They're
sick.
pretty. They
They're
came in
so
like a
good.
set. So I was like,
Only
oh,
in
I
Japan
got
where
that.
they were like, let's make our strawberries anemic. Small.
I've always been curious because I've always wondered what.
Yeah, thank you.
yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Why do you love strawberries so much? Because when we first met,
Childhood trauma.
because when we first met, I remember you saying, "Oh yeah, I like strawberries." I'm like, I like strawberries too. But then like slowly over the 10 months, do I realize, oh, you really like
Emily's like, no,
strawberries?
I like strawberries.
You know that meme of like when it's like the one with the dudes like men want one thing and it's disgusting. It's like, that's just strawberries for Emily.
Emily wants one thing and it's disgusting. Oh my god, the strawberry
bag.
bag.
It is a cute
That's
bag.
It's a very, very cute bag.
It's from the artist Nina Fresas on Twitter.
Ooh.
Shout
And
out.
you also
Yeah.
have
Shout
the
out.
other variation. You have two of those.
I do. I
She's the
got
white
one in
strawberry
pink.
version.
You have the white version. One for a different day.
Yeah, so why do you love it?
Everything about it.
Hmm.
It's just it's beautiful. I love the look of it. I love how they taste. Like strawberries have always been like my number one favorite fruit
Cool.
for the longest time. But then like I don't know, you see strawberry printed stuff and it's like the cutest.
It is pretty cute.
I
to be
just think
fair.
aesthetically they're very nice.
It's just your vibe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I do like the look of strawberries, but like I feel like
Visually, they are pretty.
visually
Yeah.
they're very
They're
pretty.
like the dolphins of fruit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like-
they're like the most loved and most revered, and they look pretty, and they're kind of nice.
Like you look at a strawberry cake and you're like, oh, that is so beautiful. That's how I feel.
It's probably out of the fruit kingdom. It's probably the cutest fruit.
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
I think out of like
Kingdom.
fruit kingdom,
in the fruit kingdom.
it very much gels with Japanese kind of like Japanese culture as well,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
You can have expensive looking strawberries. You can have like
Small, adorable, sweet.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
why
exactly.
The banana is the giga chat, of fruit, right? Because it doesn't care. It's got its own packaging. I hate it, but they fucking.
Did
do
you
this.
when you were in Thailand? Did you try any Thai bananas?
I thought what the little ones.
The little ones, yeah.
Yeah, I tried it. It was nice. I think I prefer these though.
I like the little ones.
It's
They're
too
like-
little. It's
The
too little
bite-sized
banana.
bananas.
It's
right?
like bite sizes. To me, that's the perfect size banana.
This is the
Yeah,
This is the goat.
this is the goat.
He likes them thicker and girthier than he does.
They're self-packaged. They don't break easily. They come in a bunch.
I'm just thinking, is
they
there
don't
any
need to be
fruit?
washed.
Is there any fruit that's more aesthetic than a strawberry?
I mean, there's
Peach.
lots of aesthetic fruits out
Peach.
there, but they don't taste very good.
I mean,
Is
You
the
get,
problem.
it reminds you of butt. It's kind of nice, you know.
I just they're the prettiest.
I mean, people argue like
Japanese melons do look cool.
Yeah.
like
They
the
do.
one when they're all like perfect and they have all the
the
like,
U-buddy middle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
What about, like,
no
the-
way I'm paying like.
What about
$300
the Japanese like square watermelons? Have you seen those?
Yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
seen one.
Yeah, I've seen them, and I've had one before. It
no
tastes
different, right?
exactly like a watermelon.
Just way more expensive.
It's just easier to store. That's all it is.
So I don't know, Rob.
It's like, do you know how they make them? Is it like a special breed that
I
they
think-
do,
no,
or do
I
they
think it's-
specifically make them grow
Yeah, I
into
think
a
it's literally
box?
just a box.
Yeah.
and they grow it in a box.
Yeah.
and then it fills out. I don't know who figured this out that you could do this. Why haven't we done this with bananas?
Why have we not done this with like more fruit?
Yeah, right?
I would.
If these were square, they'd be so much easier to like store.
I just realized I'm so fucking dumb. I was like, why don't they do this with bananas? Like, 'cause it fucking grows on a tree.
yeah.
Put the box on the thing, quick.
Just hang a bunch of boxes on the tree.
Like it'd be like Minecraft. Like
It's already at the most like optimal shape.
it is perfect.
Yeah.
It is perfect. I just wish that you could like put it in like a shelf and you could just.
Slide them out.
You got to admit, like opening a banana is the most fun opening of any fruit.
I've never. You know what?
It's not something I think
Oranges,
about.
you're like, oh.
Admittedly,
Strawberry, you're like, oh, I'm gonna take this stupid shit off. Bananas, you're like, yes.
you know, Connor.
Oh,
Admittedly,
yes.
I've never opened a banana and gone, this is
I
fun.
appreciate that you can hold the container and go as you like and peel as much as you want to eat. And that's just great.
It is the most optimized
fun.
fruit.
It's
It is the most
fun.
optimized fruit, to be
It's
fair.
fun. We're having fun when we eat bananas.
Do you know, for most of my life, I actually opened banana. I hated opening bananas because I did. This is like my something went wrong with my childhood. Clearly somewhere, because for some reason my child brain was like, oh, you open it from this side. You must open it from this side because this is where the gunk is.
They
So
literally give you a handle.
yeah, I
right
know.
there.
I know. Now I realize
No,
that.
I got you.
All right.
Okay, wow. All right. You think
Connor's about to have a lot of fun
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now, guys.
you think you open it from here? No. Listen, Garnt, all right. You
What?
ever watched a monkey eat a banana? This is when I learned that we are fucking stupid. We go for the handle like this.
Okay.
When
That's
monkeys
what I
open
thought.
banana? No, they just do this. They just squeeze like that.
Oh,
That's you.
That's
so
how you open a banana.
That's actually how you're supposed to open a banana.
You just squeeze that. That's what the monkeys do. And I
Oh.
realized when I first saw that, I was like, God damn it, that's why they know it. That's why it's their food.
That's why he's the goat.
That's why they're the best animal.
Isn't it just as fast to pull it on the other
No,
side?
try it. Do it as fast as I did.
I don't want to eat it
That's-
though.
No, I'll eat it.
Okay.
that's actually how I used to open them.
Yeah, look.
That was lucky. That was lucky. That was
What do you mean?
Sometimes it makes, dude.
What do you?
no.
It was
This
just
is the
as
best.
fast.
No,
It
this is
doesn't
the
matter
best,
what
dude.
end you do
This
it
is
from.
the optimized
This is
route.
the optimized.
Yeah.
Why do you think the monkeys do it? They don't fuck around with the top. Is it also because they don't have thumbs?
Oh, it
Yes,
smells
maybe.
good.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
No, because okay,
So how did I
this.
eat all three? This is,
No, I'll eat one. I'll eat one.
I mean,
Okay, never mind. God's gonna eat
yeah.
it. Oh, cheers.
Sorry,
Thank
it's
you.
when I squeeze at the top.
That's all right.
I mean,
Oh, good bananas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really.
I mean, I feel like they are exactly the same
No.
technique.
No.
Because like when you start off with this end, you get like the little gunk. at
No,
the
it's
ends.
fine. Because sometimes you do it from the top, right? And sometimes it doesn't break perfectly, and then it's like, oh fuck.
No, if it doesn't break perfectly, then I know the banana is like.
You can't determine.
I throw it in the trash.
You can't determine the worth of the banana based on how nice.
No, you
rip it
can
open.
because
No, bullshit.
because if the skin isn't firm enough, then to me that banana's like too far gone. You know, sometimes we've talked about this. There's a perfect amount of ripeness that everyone loves with their own bananas, and I love it. Like this to me is like the perfect banana, right? If the skin's gone a bit too soft, if it's got like a bit of browning or like some spots are
That's
starting,
when
then
it's
it's
the sweetest.
yeah, it's
as a kid, I didn't understand how ripeness worked.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand why my friend's house, his bananas always tasted way better than when my mum bought them.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized I was just eating them when they were basically green. It was hard.
I'm like, damn, this is a crunchy fucking
I'm
banana.
like, damn, why does his taste so much better?
By the way, this is really looking like a JoJo fan meetup. Right? Feel free to screenshot. This goes hard. This episode is sponsored by Bokksu. Guys, Sakura season is finally here. Are you guys excited? And you'd be excited to know that Bokksu is also hyped up for the Sakura season, and that's why they're bringing to you the Sakura season special Bokksu. Look
look
at
at
that.
this beautiful box. Look at that.
Look how pink it is. Bokksu delivers the experience of tasting authentic Japanese snacks, candies, and teas sourced directly from centuries-old small family businesses right to your door. Their mission is to empower Japan's traditional snack makers by sharing their authentic food and stories with the world.
Look at all these beautiful snacks we've got here. Connor, take one. What is that, Connor?
It's the anpan.
Joey, I trust Bokksu so much. I'm going to let you pick the snack for me.
Okay. I'm gonna get some Sakura Zensen.
Actually, I thought you were going to pick the snack for me, Joe. It's okay. It's okay. It's
you
okay. For me?
Just for you.
For me?
Sakura
This
is the season of giving. Is
Oh
it
yeah.
good?
Oh yeah. Let's
You
go to
wanna-
Bokksu headquarters and steal the rest of these.
So if you want to have your own Sakura celebration and support our channel, click the link in the description and use code TRASH to get $15 off your order.
Thank you to Bokksu for sponsoring this video. Back to the episode.
You've been in Japan now for nearly a year. How have your thoughts changed on everything over that year since you've been here?
Are you still enjoying it? Or?
I love it. Oh my
Like,
god.
what's the main takeaways that you've kind of felt over the past few months? Of
Main
being in Japan?
takeaways?
Yeah, of like how you just things about Japan.
Yeah, like what are some things you love more? What are
Things
some
you didn't
things you
expect to
don't?
like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe some things you don't like.
Oh man. Where do I even start? First of all, the food. Oh, so freaking good.
Yeah, of course.
Not tipping not being a thing. Oh my
Amen.
oh my
Amen
oh
to
my
that.
god. Amen.
Hey, man.
Heaven exists.
What are some like culture shock moments for me.
Do you still experience it? You think, like in everyday life? Or are you kind of like past it now after a year?
I think I'm pretty much like used to everything. It's just like recently the thing that made me do like a double take is I'm not used to seeing like little ass kids walking by themselves at like the train station.
Yes.
That still shocks me.
I'll be walking with Ditus and it'll be like 8 p.m. and we're walking home from the train station. I just see like a 6-year-old with this big ass backpack walking past and we're like,
where are your parents?
yeah, where are your parents? Like,
Yeah. I feel like if I were to have a kid in Japan, that would be the one thing that would fucking terrify me.
yeah, it's scary.
Just being like, oh, you're 3 years old now? Off you go. Onto the train with you.
yeah,
I did notice that. They do put a lot of trust into their kids here. Just
Yeah.
to get around by themselves.
Yeah.
But
Even just like, not even on the train, like just sometimes I'd be walking back from like the office or wherever I am, and then there would just be like a 4-year-old walking home from like preschool by themselves. And I'm like, are you lost?
How do you know your way back?
Yeah, how do you know your way back? I didn't.
I barely know my way back.
I could barely get around my own house when I was 4 years
Yeah.
old, let alone like the neighborhood, you know? So it's like, every time I see them, I always think like, are you lost? Like, are you okay?
It's got to be a plant by the police. These days. you try and kidnap
Like a
it.
decoy?
They just fucking the SWAT team.
Chris Hansen's just like around the
Yeah,
corner.
it's got to be. It's
like,
gotta
come
be.
on, take the bait.
No, kids actually commute.
Yeah.
It's because they want to get them into the salaryman life immediately. They're like, all right, start commuting.
Yeah.
Get into it. No
Also,
games,
the
walking.
kids are so cute. I say that in like the least weird way I possibly can. Just like you know how like okay, I feel
I
like
think it was weird and that you said that.
It was fine.
it wasn't weird.
really cute.
They are.
Because I feel like in America people like to dress their kids to look like mini adults a lot of the times.
I guess.
Really?
Do they?
Yeah. Well, like they buy
Honestly,
them.
I've
they
never
buy them,
looked.
like-
That's because Americans just wear fucking t-shirts everywhere.
Well, they buy them like I've noticed that a lot of parents buy their kids like little miniature versions of like what they wear. So it's like, oh, match with mommy, like get little mini Ugg boots with mommy, you know. But like it just looks weird because it's like that's a toddler in like a Supreme sweater. What are you doing?
What?
But
Now I'm trying to remember what I wore as a kid.
oh, my fashion
I
sense is
wore
horrendous
the
as a
worst
kid.
shit.
My parents would allow me to wear hats.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, did my parents dress me up like them? No, I don't think they did.
You know what was one of my favorite shirts growing up? I'm sure someone can relate. It was the flaming slasher shirt. Did you ever see those?
Oh, actually, no, I know what
Every
you're talking
kid in our generation, had, like there was at least one kid that wore like a black shirt with like flames coming from the bottom,
Yeah.
and the slasher logo
I
right
mean,
there.
I liked wearing the school uniform because then on the weekends I was like, shit, I don't even know what to wear.
You still what's changed?
Still like that.
about. Still like that.
Nothing's changed.
I remember I had a thought as a kid. I was like, man, I wish you'd wear my school uniform every day so I don't have to think.
I hated wearing my school uniform.
I
dude.
loved it because I was like,
Yeah.
man, great. No, we could just go in and then because you go home and you watch American TV and they're all bullying each other for not wearing certain clothes or looking like a nerd. It's like,
Was that weird to you?
man, we don't have that problem. Yeah, because we all wear school uniforms. So
Yeah.
it's like, man, we
Oh,
don't have that problem.
you don't have uniforms in America, do you?
Most schools don't. Most
no,
schools
not
I think it's only like private schools.
yeah, only
right?
if it's like private school or like
Yeah.
don't.
Catholic
It's nice.
schools.
You don't have to worry about shit.
It is nice,
It's-
but at the same time, it's like
One less thing to get bullied about. There's a lot of other stuff to
Yeah.
work with. but
Yeah.
there's one less-
Yeah.
I don't remember anyone ever getting. I don't think I've ever witnessed anyone at my school getting bullied for like what they were wearing.
Yeah.
and why is
Yeah.
it such like a common trope
Yeah,
in
it's
like
like a-
American high school films?
Well, I'm not basing it off that. Well, I mean, I have seen that. But
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I just assumed because kids are the worst. Kids will do anything
Yeah.
to mock
Yeah.
a kid.
Isn't
yeah,
it?
but kids won't pick clothes. They'll find your deepest insecurities
Yeah,
and they're evil.
They are.
Kids are
are-
evil
kids-
sometimes.
That's no chill.
Not Japanese kids though; they're adorable as fuck.
Oh, until they hit high school.
Until they hit high school, that's when they become evil.
and
you
then,
know.
and then they learn about bullying, and they're like, "Whoa,
When they
I'm about to
like,
go off."
they've got like their little yellow
But
bucket
yellow
hats.
hat, yellow
the
hats.
elementary
Yeah.
And then they're
Right,
like
yeah.
big ass backpacks that are like twice their size. It's so cute.
Have you ever seen like when the teacher's leading like a group of school kids? Yeah. They're so
It's
fucking
so
adorable.
That makes my day so much better. Just seeing
cute.
like this line of like these
Yeah.
kids just and the teacher at the front being like, "Okay, let's go,"
Yeah.
and then they're crossing the road. And I'm just like,
Oh, they're so cute. They're like little ducklings. There was
There's
a
also like nursery carts where they
Yeah.
have like a giant cart.
Yeah.
And they'll put like 20 kids in this cart and the teacher will be dragging it around. And it's like, oh, that's cute, I think.
it is pretty adorable to see. Yeah.
what happened earlier like last year. when Didus and I just moved into our apartment, we like we weren't used to like saying hello to like neighbors or like strangers, but now it's like pretty normal. There was this little kid that walked past us in like our apartment hallway thing,
Right.
and as we weren't expecting him to say anything, but as we were walking by, he was like "Konnichiwa," and we're like, "Oh, konnichiwa, hi!" And so we're like, "Oh, okay." Like, so we do gotta say, I don't know. I thought maybe it'd be weird if I just like said hi to like the kids. Yeah. So then later that same day, we saw another kid by our apartment complex as we're walking back. Didus looks at him. He's like, "Oh, konnichiwa," and the kid's like. So
you gotta wait for the kid to say
yeah.
He stares at you.
The kid just stared, and we were like,
That
"Oh,
kid's
sorry."
My favorite one that's really cute as well. But like I recently had one where like I was coming back from somewhere, and near my apartment there was this kid that just like kept staring at me while I was waiting for the lights, and I'm just like, "You good, kid? You good? What's up?" And then I crossed the road. And as he was crossing the road, he runs past me and stops in front of me and goes, "Hello." I'm like, "Oh,
That's so cute.
all right, you be careful now."
Yeah. Where are your parents?
That's adorable.
So cute.
Just eat him.
Yeah.
He's like, "Get off the road."
Yeah, kids in Japan, no matter what they do, like if they or kids are curious, and sometimes they go out their way to say hello, and it's like when they like ask you questions as well, then they're so cute because
so
they
cute.
they're just like, if you ever come to Japan and you will know what we're talking about when you see like a group of kids walking along. They're like you said, like a group of ducklings crossing the
Very
road, right?
cute.
Even they, it's just something about the aesthetic, I don't know. It's the little yellow hats and like the backpacks. It's a vibe.
It's a
man.
It's an aesthetic toddler core.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I gotta ask, as someone who really, really likes desserts and I guess like sweeter things and aesthetic things,
I don't like desserts.
You don't like desserts?
No.
Wow, man.
Yes, you fucking do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
I've never seen you get excited over anything that wasn't dessert.
What do you mean?
You heard me.
It's okay. I get difference. I get excited for strawberry desserts. Okay. All other desserts. Big difference.
Okay, so I was going to say that just ruins my. I was going to ask if you've discovered like a Japanese dessert that you like, but if you don't like desserts, then
I like
Don't say it.
what?
I feel like you're going to say something.
What?
No, don't say it.
I like mochi.
Okay, that's
okay.
Like
Yeah, that's fine.
Like
Strawberry
the
mochi.
roasted mochi.
Strawberry mochi.
No, just like the plain one with like the soy sauce.
Okay.
Sauce.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
That one's really good.
Yeah, that's your type.
But yeah, I don't really like desserts.
Do you like Ichigo Daifuku, the one that has?
Oh
the
my
strawberry in it?
god! Yeah. Okay.
Of course, that was a dumb question.
I like to get it and then get like an extra pack of strawberry so that when I run out of strawberry, I can stick another one back in. I like reset. It's so good. It's so.
You reload the mochi with another strawberry.
What's wrong with you?
It's so because there's never one strawberry is not enough for one Ichigo Daifuku. You need
Yes, it fucking is. What are you talking about?
Emily goes to the fucking strawberry farm and just reloads the entire farm of
They
strawberries.
perfectly engineered that so the mochi to strawberry ratio is like perfect. So that
No.
maybe you're left with like a tiny little bit of mochi at the end.
no.
It's clown.
I need more strawberries. That is one of the things that I'm really happy about since moving here. The strawberries are so freaking good.
Yeah.
Except they only come around like once a year.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Japan is so dependent, especially with fruit, they're so dependent on seasons. Where
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't know, man. I feel this fruit here is good enough where you could have it all year round. Like, I don't think
Yeah.
it'd be that much of an issue.
Really? Could they grow it in the summer?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like when you go to like a supermarket in like any other country, I feel there's just like the whole collection of fruits all year round. I don't know. Is that
Yeah, but sometimes the fruit tastes better in certain
Oh, of course,
seasons
of course.
than
Not
other
in my
seasons.
local grocery store. I can always tell like what season it is based on.
Oh
like,
yeah,
what
no, in
fruits they
Japan.
have.
I mean, like in different
Oh.
countries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you go to like any kind of supermarket in like America or Australia
Yeah.
or whatever, and it's like they have
Any
all
fruit.
of the fruits there
Yeah.
all year round. And I'm like, Japan could do that, but they're just like, it's not in season, let's not sell it. And I'm like,
because it's not at its peak.
yeah, I'm like, but sometimes
it.
it's like, it could be like this right now, winter, and I'm like, I kind of want to have some watermelon. But they don't fucking sell watermelon in February, so I'm just sad during February. I gotta compensate.
the
with
amount
fucking
of
other
like
ones.
watermelon like smoothies, not smoothies, watermelon mixers. I don't know, like I've forgotten the English name. The amount of watermelon drinks you guys got in Thailand was like fucking ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
It was either
God.
watermelon or coconut.
Oh, it's because it's
Coconut is-
expensive
coconut's
here.
very good.
Coconut's fucking great.
I just like the fresh coconuts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same here. Like,
Very good.
I rarely have coconut if it's not, in a Southeast Asian country or if
Yeah.
it's like grown
Right,
there.
right.
Because I remember, like, for a long time, Sydney just like hated coconut, and she was like, I don't like coconut water. I don't like coconut
I
anything.
thought I didn't like it either.
Yeah, and then we moved to Thailand, and she was like, I fucking love coconut. And I'm like, Sydney, when you're out of the
so
country,
good.
you're gonna be chasing that high, and no
Yeah.
matter what, no matter what coconut juice, coconut water you get, it's never gonna.
Like you can't buy the packaged stuff ever again.
No, you
It's
can't.
not the same.
You can't.
Never.
It's just something about that
So good.
freshness of the coconut there that
Oh, yeah.
you'll spend your life chasing that high, and it will like no canned coconut drink or whatever will ever meet it.
Nah.
What's your favorite food in Thailand? I'm curious because as someone who doesn't like strong flavors and strong tastes, that's like 90% of Thai food.
Well, I did gorge myself on the fruit for sure because I knew I wouldn't be able to get the same stuff here.
Mango, coconut, watermelon was just.
Oh
like,
my god, the mango sticky rice.
Okay, mango sticky rice
that
fucking
was
slaps.
actually so
Yeah,
good,
that's
yeah.
like your worst. That's like your worst nightmare, Connor.
Every fried egg I had in Thailand was delicious.
Yeah.
Crispy.
Everything was good.
Yeah.
Everything was delicious.
Yeah.
Even the stuff that was like too spicy for me, I was like, damn, this is still
Yeah,
really
you,
good.
you fall through it. It was so good.
Yeah, it's so good.
Dude, I felt bad in Thailand because we ordered room service one night. And we brought in this amazing food and they set it all out for us. And it was like way too much effort from them. I think we'd have been happy if they were just like, your food's here, come get it. And we'd have done it, right?
Yeah.
And so he brings out like the thing to tip. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll tip him. Yeah, sure. Let's fucking so I write down a number. And I'm like, nice, we tipped him. He leaves. I'm like, oh shit, I just tipped him like 30 cents.
Yeah, you gave him like $20, right?
I thought I gave him, in my head, I was like, I'm going to give him $20 tip. And then I realized, oh shit, I gave him 30 cents. And I was like, oh my God. And then of course, when we're done with it, we call them up, right? And
Yeah.
I really wanted to correct it, but I was like, man, okay, can you come back to the room? I've got more money for you.
Well, they didn't come back, right, to clean up.
I called, so I was like, hey, we're done with the food. Same dude comes back, and I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, sorry about that. Here's a real tip. And so I gave him a bunch, and he was like, no. I just like doing this. It's fine. I'm like, no, please take it, please. Come on. And then Emily's like, I got money too. I just felt so awkward about that. Sorry, that just been burning in my memory. I just felt guilty. I had to get off my
I
chest.
We made up for it.
Yeah,
We
I
definitely
wonder
did.
what's
Yeah.
more offensive, no tip or 30-cent tip.
30-cent tip is way
30
more.
cent tip is
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
more.
Because you're like,
Yeah.
at least no tip. It's like you weren't even trying. Like if you're just
Yeah.
like fucking pretending. Like we bought like a fucking $100 room service thing.
Yeah.
It was $30 thing.
Probably I would be thinking, do they feel good about this?
Yeah. They like the service or
In a 5-star hotel. Can't tip more than 30 cents, huh?
It's like giving $1 to the homeless person. Be like, I've done my good deed for the day. I'm a good Samaritan
Punch
today.
an orphan with this karma I've gained. What do you think about because you've been in Japan for a while? Like
Yeah.
the architecture. Do you compare to like American one or like when you're walking? Do you like how it's more walkable here or
I do. Oh my god, I love that I don't have to drive. Like
well in Tokyo, right?
I was so happy when I finally like sold my car and I was like, I don't have to worry about this again. I don't have to pay for registration
yeah.
for as long as
Don't have
I
to
live
pay
in
for gas.
Japan.
Yeah.
I can just walk. It's great. I love public
Do
transportation.
you think you might try and drive it all here?
Nope.
All right.
There you go. Next question.
nope.
Any reason for that?
Well, I don't think I could rewire my brain to be on the other side of the road.
Do you mean the correct side of the road?
Sure. The correct side of the road. I feel like, I don't know. I already feel nervous.
I feel that way when I think about every time I go to America and I'm like, maybe I should get an international license. But then I think about it, I'm like, I'm going to crash
yeah.
if I try. I don't know.
I don't trust my driving skills
I've
enough.
driven in America before.
Is it scary?
It's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
It's holy
So
fuck,
Americans
man.
just drive different, dude. Americans
Yeah.
drive like they have nothing to lose.
I already didn't like driving in America. Like it's just, I don't
It's
know.
way more chill
It's a
here.
scary experience, especially if you're driving in LA.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude.
yeah.
Oh
Jesus
God!
Christ.
So
Yeah,
Like if you don't drive aggressive in LA, like you just don't get anywhere.
Exactly.
You get
Yeah.
too aggressive, which is terrifying.
Yeah.
So
I hate-
I just like following the rules.
Yeah.
Just driving.
Yeah.
Why does everyone drive like they have 3 stars on GTA? Like, it's like, what are you running away from?
They do. Because they probably do.
They probably do, yeah.
I will say, like, coming from like a British driving license, because even in Thailand, you drive on the left side of the road as well. Intersections are the most terrifying things I've experienced in my life driving in America, just
Yeah.
because there are so many lanes.
Yeah, the amount of
Oh
lanes
my
is
God.
terrifying. 'Cause you're like, I don't even know where I'm supposed to fucking be. And like when you go in the middle and you wait in the middle because it's like maybe the light change, you're like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
die. Someone's
Yeah.
gonna hit me.
I'm getting rammed from both sides.
Yeah, because like I remember every time, like first time I started driving in America. Luckily, I was driving in fucking Wisconsin, but even in Wisconsin,
3 other drivers.
yeah, even in Wisconsin, still fucking terrifying because I don't know if like the guy next to me has had like 2 pints or whatever, or 5 pints. God knows if it's in Wisconsin.
You know
but
what scares me is that just how big the cars are in America.
Yeah.
Like when I'm driving, like if a fucking K car hit me in Japan, I'm like, all right, well, his car gets demolished and maybe I get a bruise. You know what I mean? But in America, it's like, we've got the new Chevy T150 built with industrial titanium on the front.
eviscerate everything in your path.
If you need to ram a liberal off the road, you can with this. Like, it's like, they're gigantic. And it's like
The
it's-
trucks.
Yeah.
like you feel like it's just any collision feels like definitely like deadly in America.
Oh,
Like, it's
yeah.
so
When,
much
when I
scarier.
first started, like when I was new to driving at like age 19,
yeah.
and yeah, I don't do it anymore, obviously, but anytime I had to like pass or like drive past like an 18-wheeler, I would scream the entire time.
So what? Wait, so at what point is it like when you indicate you're like, ah! And then you just put it down.
I had to be like a good distance away. Then I'm like, okay, I'm good.
Wait, why? Was it with passengers too? You scream or did you?
Oh, especially with passengers.
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
here we go.
I'd be like, so yeah, I'm thinking like this for. No!
Anyway, what was I saying?
Why?
It's scary.
But full on screaming the whole time?
Well, not full
I
on.
understand screaming in your head,
Yeah.
Oh,
but not out loud.
Yeah.
oh.
That's just a psychotic
That shit
breakdown.
weird.
Like,
No, I mean, I got over it.
Weird.
I think my mum did a similar thing actually, because she was telling me when she had driving lessons. Did you have to like learn emergency brakes in American like
I
driving
don't
school?
think they do this.
Emergency brakes, like the.
No, so
That's a hand.
it's a handbrake.
yeah,
Definitely not be doing that.
Oh,
No.
the like when you're on a hill.
No.
No.
It's like you need to immediately stop. In the British test, you have to. There might be a thing where the guy just goes, "All right, emergency stop," and you just full on just no matter how fast you're going, full on stop.
yeah.
No,
Oh, we don't have that
No,
in
we didn't do
Australia.
that.
Yeah, so
It won't be on a busy road. It
No,
won't.
no, no. They'll test you on a quiet road, but they teach you the technique of how to basically
clutch.
slam the clutch in a safe manner, right? So you're not like swerving everywhere. So you sometimes get tested on it in British driving school. But I remember my mum telling me that she was incapable. Every time they would ask her to practice the emergency stop, she was incapable of doing it without screaming at full tilt. So how it goes, right, is you're driving on this really quiet road, and then the instructor will just go, stop. And normally you just slam on the brakes. But my mum was telling me every time the instructor goes, stop, she's going, ah!
They don't take out points for that, do they?
I think I would.
Probably a minor, right?
Even something. It's so funny though.
Yeah.
You say like when Japan is very walkable in the cities, but when you get out of it, it's very, very not.
Yes.
Yeah, have you had a chance to like visit outside of Tokyo a lot? Because I know everyone is like, move to Japan. They're like, I'm gonna go fucking explore outside of Tokyo. I'm gonna explore so much of Japan. A year passes and you're like, I've been nowhere.
No, the few times that we have traveled outside of Tokyo, Connor's driven.
Yeah, I've been.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
you've been the
Yeah,
guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love driving in Japan. It's fun. You know, it's chill. It's way better than public transport. Oh my god, because you can just listen to music and like talk.
You can do that on the train.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not like you can't listen to the music with the boys. You know what I mean?
You can't blast it in the
You
car.
can't. You can't. It's just more fun. I guess because it's like you're so used to public transport here that when you do get the chance to have that experience, like the vibe of being in a car with all your friends, it's like, yeah, hell yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
it is a
fun. It's like
luxury
an
in
event.
Japan for
Yeah, it's a
sure.
luxury.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a luxury.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think there's a difference between going on a road trip with the boys and commuting an hour every day via car, which a lot of people do.
yeah, it's
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
you know,
Fucked.
that's
Yeah. Fuck that.
you know, two very different experiences. Because there is definitely a vibe that I love about just blasting the music. Like you're in the
road
driver's
trip.
seat.
The road trip is it.
You're in the driver's seat and you're blasting the music that you want to fucking blast to.
Yeah, of course.
You know, and just like
Especially
bombing
in
it down the highway.
countryside in Japan, when there's like they got like such cool roads, and like you have really cool like mountain like bridges and highways. They're just so cool.
Yeah.
They're so cool.
It's
so
a- it's
fun
a
to
vibe.
drive.
Yeah.
So fun to drive. Because I took you
Very
to Hokkaido.
scenic. Yeah.
Where else have we gone? I think
Chiba.
we went Chiba.
Yeah.
What you doing,
What
Chiba?
did we do in Chiba?
Costco.
Oh yeah, we did. Oh yeah, we did.
You went to Chiba to go to a Costco?
No, we stayed
That's all we did.
We went to
no.
like an Airbnb. Oh, that was weird. That was so weird. Yeah, so I wanted to go Costco, and then we were like, let's just do like a little Airbnb where we chill out in the countryside and just barbecue
And
just
eat
hang out.
Costco
Yeah,
food.
and it was like,
Yeah.
and so we went.
The way you made it sound like it was, just, you made it sound like we went to Chiba
Well,
just for Costco.
yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, I'd do that too.
We went to
Okay.
IKEA too.
Yeah, we did go there too. We went
Damn.
to we went to Costco, got a bunch of barbecue stuff, and then went out, and then we went to Narita, which is the airport, right?
Yeah.
I'd never been to Narita, and I think most people as well. I'd never been to Narita outside of the airport. So we went to some camping place in Narita, which is lovely. Narita is really nice. Like the shrines were awesome. There's a giant one in the city center. But the guy who ran the Airbnb was weird.
I thought he was nice.
He was nice, but he was weird. He came and like drank with us, and then got like hammered and passed out. With
Wait,
us.
the guy,
The
he
Airbnb.
stayed with you at the Airbnb?
So he lived opposite, and then he came over. He's like, "How you guys doing?"
Japanese guy.
Polish, I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
okay.
He was like, so I think he was because like he lived far away from his wife or something as well. Sounded kind of lonely, and it sounded like he didn't have any friends. So he came over, he's like, so how you guys enjoying the Airbnb? And we're like, yeah, it's good. What are you drinking? And we're like, just beers. Like, oh, okay. Mind if I join? And we're like, all right, sure, I guess. He was just nice.
Yeah.
At least it was nice
I like
about
It
his
was
company.
nice. It was just funny that he passed out, and
I know he did. He did.
I've
He just
nev-
straight up
he
passed
just
out.
straight up passed out. We were
I'm like, man, he's not trusting us, huh?
yeah, yeah.
I've never had an Airbnb owner come
Yeah.
stay.
That's a bit weird.
Yeah.
It was definitely odd. It was definitely like you feel like you didn't sign up for it.
This episode is sponsored by Holzkern.
Holzkern is a young team in Austria seeking to make high-quality jewelry from natural products. Their products are unique due to the natural elements in their grains and marbling, and they're a great gift for yourself or loved ones.
You got some real swanky looking glasses right there, Connor.
And I finally got another bracelet to match my drip on both arms, guys. And look at this watch, Joey. Look at this watch.
That
What
is
do you
a
got
beautiful-
there?
They even do wooden purses. It's the most insane looking thing ever. And
That
it's
is
actually-
one of the coolest purses I've seen.
It's actually so freaking
Yeah.
cool.
Holzkern has sustainable packaging and partners with charities like the Jane Goodall Institute and various reforestation projects.
Plus, if you're in a hurry, don't worry. Holzkern will send out your gifts between 2 to 5 days. Plus, they have free shipping to the US and most of Europe.
Honestly, guys, sometimes I'm just looking for unique stuff to show off and wear, and wooden stuff is just the way to go. This is the future. And also, the 7th birthday of Holzkern is going on right now. So,
Happy birthday.
guys, happy birthday. Get yourself some sustainable and natural drip today.
Make sure to use our coupon code TASTE15 at checkout to get 15% off your order, plus a free polishing cloth worth €15. Thank you to Holzkern for sponsoring this episode.
This episode is sponsored by Harry's.
As you guys know, we all have beards on our faces, and it is the perfect way to make ourselves look sophisticated and gentlemanly and proper. So, what is the best way in order to keep up this look? Why, using something professional. Like Harry's, for instance. Because they'll deliver razors right to your door with refills when you need them, and you won't have to replace your blade very often. They're as sharp on the 8th shave as they are on the 1st.
Do the thing, Connor.
You guys already know this. I've said this a million times. I only use Harry's, and I have done for the past like 2 years because they are the best razors I've ever used.
Talk to him. Well, Connor, you'll be glad to know then that you can get the Truman Shave trial set with a $15 value for just $3.
Just $3?
but only if you
God.
go to harrys.com/trash taste.
Joey, does it include the 5-blade German engineered razor, weighted handle, foaming shave gel, and a travel cover?
You bet your ass it does.
God damn!
So upgrade to a razor and skincare routine that will have you looking your best with Harry's. Get a $15 Truman Shave trial set for just $3 by going to harrys.com/trash taste. That's harrys.com/trash taste for a $3 trial set.
Back to the video.
I just got like sick from the Airbnb, right?
Oh, yeah. He got like a fungal infection.
So
What?
he thinks he got it from the Airbnb, which it could be.
A fungal infection?
Yeah.
Like, where?
I think from the sheets.
One of the best. Yeah. It was a very old house, very traditional Japanese house, just in the middle of nowhere.
Oh yeah, I remember Dinah telling me about that, and you had issues finding a proper doctor.
Yeah, because
This happens a lot there.
every dermatologist he went to was like, damn. I don't know what that is, but it looks fucked up.
I just had a similar fucking experience with Sydney actually, because one day Sydney just had like a massive bruise on her leg, right? It was that night we went out.
Was she okay?
Yeah, she's fine. She's fine.
Okay.
It's okay. So my biggest worry was that it was a blood clot or internal bleeding or something, because she had not like hit like that part of her body at all. The bruise just appeared. And so we're like rushing to try and find a doctor. And I don't know if this is a Japanese thing, but is there just like a general practitioner that you can go to, like a general? Okay.
It's still clinics, right?
Yeah.
There's clinics that specialize in certain parts of the body, and you need to just know this problem is this particular clinic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
annoying.
I'm like, what doctor do I go to? Because you can't just go to a general practitioner who can refer you to the specialist. Right. You have to go to the specialist. Unfortunately, I ain't a fucking doctor.
Yeah.
So we were just like kind of guessing. So we tried going to a bone doctor, right? Okay. And because they kind of like have some specialized.
Sounds funny, the name
bone doctor.
Yeah.
The bone doctor.
Some would call the bone doctor.
I know there's a word for it, but like orthopedics,
something.
I don't know. And you know, they looked at the bruise and they were like, "That's bad. That looks bad. Let's do some checks." And they said they did some checks. And then they did like an ultrasound of it and everything. And they were like, yeah, we can confirm that it is not a blood clot or internal bleeding, but we don't know what it is. And we were like, can you refer us to somewhere where we can get like a check to maybe try and find out what this is? And they were like, don't know. And I was like, okay, so...
I've just discovered, like, from going to the doctors for like certain small things where it's just like, if you don't know what it is immediately, or you don't know the particular clinic, like if you have like an ear infection, right, for example, which I had a couple of years ago, then that you can just go to an ear, eye and throat specialist, right?
Yeah.
And they can usually get it fixed up. But if it's something like really like open-ended, like an unknown bruise, you're better to just go to like a general like big hospital.
Really?
Yeah, because if you go to a big hospital, then they have everything for the most part. Yeah. Whereas small clinics usually only specialize in like certain parts of the body, and they have less equipment. So if you just go to a big hospital, then immediately they'll be like, all right, so what's the issue? Okay, well then go visit this clinic in this building.
Is that what you ended up doing?
So second part of the story, next day we were like, I'm still really worried about this massive bruise, and then like another one had appeared the day after as well. So we were like, let's just go to like a much bigger clinic, hospital. So we went to one, and they had a reception, and they asked, oh, who do you want to see? And so
the doctor, preferably.
we were like, we want to see a doctor, and they were like, okay, what's the issue? And then we explained the bruise, we showed them pictures, and they were like, I don't know if you should see the dermatologist or like the bone doctor again. and I was like, unfortunately, I'm not a medical professional.
We just try one and we'll figure it out.
So
we just go from there.
Yeah. So they were like, so I was like, okay, we explained the symptoms more concretely, and then we also got told that, okay, if you have like further issues, then they can maybe refer you to like another department or something like that. So they were like, let's start you off in the bone doctor first, because
gotta stop saying that. Stop saying the bone doctor.
I'm gonna continue saying that because they can do more checks than what we had in the other clinic.
Yeah, for sure.
And so we queue up, and it's a 3-hour wait. It is a 3-hour wait.
All right, man.
And we were like, don't worry, Sydney, we're in a hospital. We're gonna get the checks that we need. Don't worry about it, Sydney. Don't worry about it, Sydney. So a weird thing. So this ended up being like a church hospital or something like that, because there were like sisters in the place, like kind of like nuns working in the place.
What?
And
Where the fuck hospital did you go to?
Sydney's kind of hospital.
Can I get a drink with that, please?
Yeah, gonna do a video on it next week. Can I? So after this like 3-hour long wait, she goes in to see the doctor, and then she explains her symptoms, and the doctor's like, okay, I can't check it right now. And she was like, why can't I check it? Well, and he explains, well, this is like a special hospital, and we have to be very polite. So, you know, since you're a girl, we got to get one of like the sisters to go.
Are you kidding me?
Bro, I think you went to the wrong hospital, bro. Like, what the fuck? I want to go to this hospital just to see what the fuck's up. Like,
Yeah, so basically she had to go to another room where like the nurses would cover up her entire body except for that one area. What the fuck? So I had no idea like church hospitals were a thing, but like this was like a weird experience for me as well. So that happened, and then the doctor looks at it and he just goes, I don't know what it is. Let's have an X-ray. And I was like, why are we doing an X-ray for a bruise? Maybe it's something I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Sure. And so we do the X-ray. Wait another like half an hour, 45 minutes for this X-ray.
Sure.
At this point, we've been in the hospital for about 4 hours. And so they do the X-ray. Wait for the results. Go back in, and they were like, "Yeah, we don't know what it is. Do you want to try
Kidding me?
do you want to try the dermatologist?" And I was like, how long's the wait for that? And he was like, it's the same process as the process for this department.
3 hours?
And I was just like, Sydney, how do you feel right now? is this life-threatening?
Yeah,
like,
when you say, how do you feel to someone, you're like, please tell me you're fine.
please say so.
Did it ever get sorted?
it's
still
we
there?
we never found out what it was.
Is it still there?
It's healing right now.
So my rule of advice: go to an actual hospital next time. Maybe don't go to whatever the fuck this church hospital is.
Yeah, I mean, it's part of the issue was we tried to find like an English-speaking hospital.
Right.
So that was like the closest one to our vicinity that luckily Geeks Plus had found for us.
Yeah.
So it was a proper hospital. Just
Plus, like, right, so you also signed up to Scientology. That's cool.
Yeah, well, were they just like, you can get fixed up and a video idea?
yeah.
So
So
2 for 1.
So in the end, luckily Sydney has a local doctor in the US, and she sent a picture and she was like, "Oh, you probably have a low platelet count," and I was like, "Damn, that took how long?"
Not to like shit on all of Japan, because I think I do that enough.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of horror stories about like hospitals and doctors and stuff here, and I've just had generally just meh experience. I mean, it's better than the UK because I can at least see someone here, which
Someone on the same day.
yeah. I remember when I fell on the when I fucked up my knee on the special. When I fell.
Yeah.
I went to a leg clinic that specialized in it. And it was mainly elderly people there, and I was like the only person who's like under 80 there. And now that you mention it, I had this weird memory of where they wanted to scan my leg, and they wanted me to take my pants off, and they gave me like these shitty gym shorts, and I went in this room that was clearly used to be a pediatrician office, because it had just like cute little lion things all around the wall, like something out of like a horror movie, like the stereotypical kid hospital room.
Yeah.
I was sitting there with these weird ass old shorts, and I'm like, this is weird, and I just got to go on the thing, and they propped my leg up, not with like some kind of not that it needs to be anything amazing, but it was something like a can of something. It's how they propped my leg up to take the X-ray. I was like, it's like a can of peaches or something. I was like, what the fuck is this? Where am I? Where am I getting scanned?
Is this like perks of knowing Japanese? Because I've had the most normal hospital experiences.
I
Probably.
also had I went to an English-speaking doctor, and I go there, and we rock up, and obviously he knows it's in English because I did the appointment like it was all English. Everything's English. I rock up and I go in, and he sits there and he's like, what is wrong? And I go, I think my throat hurts. And he goes, throat nani? I was like, what? I was like, odo? Was it odo?
Noodle.
Noodle? Sorry, noodle? I was like, noodle? I was like, man, this man doesn't know what throat is in English. I'm fucked. He doesn't know any English.
Was he a doctor?
He was a doctor. And he was supposed to be an English speaking doctor.
All he learned was what is wrong. And after that,
Yeah, and he's like, what?
Yeah, I knew when he said, what is wrong? I was like, oh no. And then he didn't know what throat was in English. And I was like, I'm fucked. What's he going to tell me?
Google Translate.
Yeah, so it was just kind of like really painful. I hope I said everything correct and I hope he got it. It turned into a Japanese one. Because I spoke more Japanese than he spoke English. I was like, oh, fuck, man.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's funny. Like most country I've been to, it's like a different healthcare experience. You know, in America, you got to mortgage your second house to go to the hospital, but you get it. In England, you got to wait till next century to get an appointment that's free. And in Japan, you kind of play Dr. Bingo, where you self-diagnose yourself and hope you go to the right.
I can't believe Japan gacha-fied doctors. It's like, yo, you speak English and you can get me fixed up? That's a double
Like
S.
basically, if you get sick in Japan, hope to God that it's something that you can self-diagnose yourself.
Scary.
Kind of pay to win in Japan. You can definitely pay for better quality and faster service and stuff.
Hey, how much have you wailed on doctors, bro?
Yo, I've completed this entire area, bro. Like, I've seen them all.
Because Maylene recommended me, an English dentist, and I started asking around. I realized almost every foreigner I know goes to an American dentist. Yeah, or American trained, because I don't trust the Japanese dentists. Something I don't know.
Dude, Japanese dentists are scary.
I heard they stay, because obviously the way you train is very important.
Yeah.
And obviously being from the UK, we get memed a lot for having bad. Go on, make the joke, Emily. I know you love your British jokes.
I'm sorry.
But American dentists know what's up. I'll give them credit.
Yeah, man.
They have the best fucking teeth. Like they do.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
Too good.
It's because they floss.
Yeah. You can go to a lot of English speaking and American. It might be a Japanese dentist, but it'll be like American trained in American practice.
Right.
Yeah.
It's very common. There's a lot of them.
How many dermatologists did you guys have to go through? And I never knew how that situation got solved. Did you ever find out what it was?
Never came to a satisfactory conclusion. I think Didas gave up when the last dermatologist he went to was like, I think you should see a real doctor. And he's like, you're a dermatologist. He's like, you're a skin doctor.
I'm just going to tell you, I'm a fraud. Straight up, this is a scam.
Yeah, I just took the photo for my personal collection.
Yeah.
I think when we went back to the States for Christmas, he went to see like a doctor.
That was the happy ending. Going back to the States.
Yeah, going back to. So now I'm like, if I ever have like a medical emergency, am I just gonna have to book an overnight flight to the States if it's like bad?
If you don't know what it is, because seems like similar experience where the doctor just told me, you should probably see a doctor that specializes in that.
Yeah.
And they don't refer you to a doctor that specializes in that.
Or just have like a Japanese friend who can take you to an actual proper hospital and where you can talk to an actual Japanese doctor.
Japanese doctors are like, damn, that's crazy. Hope you get that
that's
sorted.
crazy.
It's like, yo, that's an L, bro. That's an L around.
I'll keep you in
It all
my
sucks
thoughts.
for you. Hope you get better, man.
Yeah, wishing you luck.
Yeah, pressing F in the chat, bro, for that one.
Question. I can't remember if this is, when you go to the doctor and they think it like, they probably know what the problem is.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember if they did this in the UK because do they tell you like what it like the worst case scenarios of what it could be as well, or do they just kind of wait until you've gone through all the normals like stuff and solutions?
Is that what British doctors do?
No, because I'm just thinking because I went.
They WebMD you?
So
it could be cancer.
Yeah. That's a great, some better explanation. Do they WebMD you like in the UK or America?
I feel like that's the fastest way to freak someone out.
Yeah.
So I after the cycling thing that I did, right? Like it was like 8 days of cycling. I had this like pimple that was like so painful on my ass.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. It's funny. It is funny. It's so funny. It's so painful.
Could be cancer.
Turns out, dying.
You might have ass cancer.
Yeah. So like, and it didn't go away for like a while, and I just kind of like it would hurt for a week, and then it wouldn't. It would just go, and then it would come back and hurt for a week, and this just kind of happened, and it was like I was fucking stupid because every week it went, I just totally forgot about it, and then it came back. I'm like, yeah, I guess that still hurts, huh?
Right.
So after like 2-3 months of this, I was like, all right, guess I should go and check it out. And so I go to the doctor, also really fucking awkward, that I should just be like, he's like, what's the problem? I'm like, all right, well, this.
Spread your ass.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, he's like, do you exercise? I'm like, well, 9 days actually.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Too healthy. He looks at it, he goes, oh yeah, it's probably just an antibacterial thing or whatever, it's bacterial infection.
Yeah.
Just take some antibiotics and you'll be fine. And I was like, oh cool. He's like, but it could be herpes. And I was like, what? I was like, why would you tell me that?
That's like the afterthought, but it could be herpes.
I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how? How would I even get it on my ass? What the fuck?
You have ass.
Yeah. It was so
Trust me, I'm a doctor.
Yeah, it was so like at the end, out of nowhere. He was like, dude, it's totally this. Just take this, use this cream, it'll be good.
Yeah.
And then he goes, low chance though, herpes for real. And I was like, what the fuck?
Like, why would you put that in my head?
Yeah,
Like,
why would you tell me that? Because I took the antibiotics and I thought, oh my god, if this doesn't get rid of it, I have fucking ass herpes. How did I get ass herpes? But yeah, no, it's all good. And then I took it, all gone. And
that's
then,
good.
and then I feel like a fucking idiot for 3 months, and I was like, it'll go. And then I just had to take this thing for a week, and I could avoid this pain. I'd be streaming, and I had to like reposition because I'm like, all right, I've got to go on the left cheek now. So the pimple's starting to hurt.
Damn. At
hasn't
least you
come back
didn't get
since.
out.
Yeah, at least you didn't
At
have.
least I don't have ass herpes. So that's.
Thank God.
If it didn't disappear for a week, you'd be like sweating. You're like,
I'd be like, how the fuck did I get that? How? This must have been from the onset. Ain't no way. Also, when you were growing up, right? Did you ever? Because I don't know if did you ever go to swimming pools a lot, in like America, or did you do this a lot?
in the summertime with my
They would
friends.
dude, I don't know. Like, did you ever have to? They tell you, man, be careful about like verrucas.
Oh,
You heard of these things?
what
about
is
a veruca?
verrucas?
Yeah, you've heard
Yeah.
of this. I wonder if it's got an American name because that sounds so British. I feel like that's painfully
What
British.
is it called? Wait, what? What is it?
Veruca. It's like an ingrown wart kind of thing.
Ew.
American word
Yeah.
for verruca. Plantart wart? Plantar wart?
I've never heard of that.
I've never heard of that.
It's like you would you'd have to be careful. I guess maybe it's a kid, like only for kids.
It's not
you
only
would-
for kids.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was like you had to be careful going in the pool if you had one, and they would be like, "Kids, if you have one, don't come in the pool." And it was basically like you could get it by just walking on the same ground as somebody else who has it, like barefoot.
So it's like a wart you get on your foot, or what?
Yeah, I'll show you a picture.
Yeah, it's kind,
It's gross.
it's kind of like a wart that grows into the skin. And it's,
okay, yes.
Yeah.
I don't think we use the same word for it. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
you wanna see it?
We don't
Sure,
have
it's not that bad.
we don't have the same word for it.
Yeah.
But
Ew, it's like a hole.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is actually kind of like, because I had a verruca for years and I did not know how to remove it. So there's a lot of like different methods.
Oh, I know what you're gonna say.
What?
I feel like okay. I thought you were gonna because you can freeze it off.
Yeah, no, you can freeze it off,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is
yeah.
what I tried doing.
Wait, you tried doing it by yourself?
No. Like there is literally a device you can buy in England, which
freeze dry, right?
Yeah, which is kind of like a freeze dry, and you freeze the warts for like a certain amount of time a day.
Yeah.
You like scrape it off.
Yeah.
Then you like
Just
continue.
trees grater. Put a trees grater.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. You continue doing that. And then
Tell me when.
Parmigiano. Hey, you want some Parmigiano?
A little more, please.
Yeah, so I tried doing that for like what felt like months, and it just
Yeah.
did not go away. I don't know why it didn't work. Maybe I was doing it wrong.
Bloody hell.
And then I realized
Might be herpes.
it might be.
What herpes?
So then I just got fucking tired of like putting either like I tried freezing it, and then I
pretty herpes.
went to a doctor, and then he gave me like acid that you can put on it, which you put on it like you apply a little bit every day. A layer gets
Holy fuck.
yeah,
Sorry
it's
for
like
eating, by the
Breaking
way.
Bad. A layer gets peeled off every day.
Ah,
That didn't work. So in the end, I just
cut the foot off.
it was like a episode from like Alien or something. I just fucking got a fucking knife and just like get out of here.
You carved it out?
I fucking carved it out.
Oh my god.
Never got a verruca since. It worked.
did it hurt?
Fuck yeah.
Do not do this. Do not do
Dude,
this.
this is not medical advice,
Yeah, obviously.
but it totally fucking worked for me.
I just find it weird how we don't talk about them anymore, and then they never get brought up. And
This is the first time I've ever heard of it.
like, why is this like the thing that I was told a lot about as a kid, and then we just don't talk about it now? What?
And then do you know the worst thing? Sydney had a verruca problem as well, like a few years ago. Tried the same things I did, didn't work as well. It would always like what happened is it
And then
would
you walked into the kitchen with a knife. I got you, bro.
And unironically, I didn't tell her to do it. I just said this worked. Like, let's not do that because let's do what the doctor said.
Yeah.
Tried the acid thing. Tried the freeze dry thing. What would happen is that it would get to a point where the verruca is really small, but you would never be able to get rid of it, and it would always, no matter what, for some reason, grow back
Right.
and become bigger again. So one day, she just, after months of trying to deal with it, she did the fucking knife scissor method and just stabbed it out.
That's vile, dude.
And
That's
yeah,
fucking
it's gone now.
Yeah, hair on end.
Yeah. It's fucking painful.
Yeah, I
but
bet.
it's
You're literally stabbing yourself.
I'll be honest. Kind of satisfying. it is.
It's like when you get a splinter out. Right?
Yeah.
So satisfying.
Just something about the feeling of like feeding that little shit that's been stuck in
I bet
your
he felt like
foot.
you know the movies where someone gets shot and they're getting the bullet out with the knife. I bet
Yeah.
Go get it.
Yeah, it's painful, but yeah, satisfying to get it out.
Yeah, I wonder how that's not a problem in onsen's or anything. I guess not.
Because everyone bathes before they go in.
Yeah, but I don't think that matters.
No, I think it's like a viral thing, actually.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
I don't know how it is. I don't know.
Yeah.
Now I'm never gonna step in a public pool ever again.
No,
Thanks,
you're
guys.
right. You're right. You don't go in fucking public pools anyway.
Huh?
You don't go in public pools.
That's true.
It's probably
When
because
was the last time you went to the public pool?
That's true.
it's probably because also all the kids are just pissing in the pool, right? Like
I don't think the piss.
that probably does.
the piss has a factor.
I mean, that probably doesn't help. Let's be real. Like,
I've always wondered, you know when they say you get stung by a jellyfish and you piss on it?
yeah.
Is that like an urban myth?
No, I've done it.
No. I'm pretty sure they tested this on like some show, maybe MythBusters. They tested this and it was like negligible.
Yeah.
It was like
Really?
I think so.
It doesn't do anything.
Australians
I think
just
Australians
trying
wanna
to
piss
find
on
any
themselves. I
excuse
think
to piss
Australians
on
wanna-
each
they just
other.
wanna
I
piss on
think
each
what
other.
you're supposed to do is like put vinegar or some kind of like base on it to
Right.
like level out the like because it's basically like acidic essentially. It's like
Yeah.
if you accidentally poured acid on yourself.
Yeah.
So what you should do is like you pour some kind of base, which is like maybe vinegar or like some other base. But like, who's going to the beach with a fucking bottle of vinegar?
It's fucked up. That
Australians.
as well.
Australians, clearly. So it's just like
If it was
at
the
this point,
UK
it's just like please just put anything on it to stop the burning, and it's like,
Yeah.
well, I don't have any water
I
on me.
got piss.
Zip. I've had to piss on my friend's leg.
You just did that. With
The jellyfish sting. Yeah, with the jellyfish sting.
Wasn't even
Out
at
of
the beach.
context clips. Out of context clips be like, so was there a jellyfish involved? I want to know beforehand.
Yes.
No,
Unfortunately.
Australians do just piss on each other. For fun.
Yeah. Well, I got to cool down.
Has any of you ever been stung by a jellyfish before?
Never. I've never even been stung
What does
by a
it
bee.
feel like? You haven't been stung by a bee?
No.
God, I'm so jealous.
Oh, I haven't been stung by a bee.
I've been stung.
I've been stung by a jellyfish many times though. It's fucking horrible.
What does it feel like?
So I've been stung by the blue bottle jellyfish. You
Yeah.
see quite often. They're fucking everywhere in Australia.
Love that coffee.
Yeah, it is good coffee. But yeah, I had one where it was like wrapped around my arm, like that, like the whole way, like when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And it literally just feels like someone is taking like a metal rod, like a hot metal rod, and it's just doing this over your
okay.
arm. It's
Did
horrible.
you keep the jellyfish?
No, I fucking yeeted that thing off immediately. I was like, get the fuck off.
Yeah, they're immortal. You know.
They are.
They are?
Yeah. Well.
Only some jellyfish.
Yeah, they
Oh.
just like split and then make new versions of
They're
themselves.
cute. They're just doing their thing.
Not when it's wrapped
Going
around
with
your
the
fucking
flow.
arm.
You think
and all.
jellyfish are cute?
Yeah.
I think jellyfish are cute.
they're cute.
Fuck no, man. Like my thalassophobia gets 10 times worse when you see
Well,
a group
yeah,
of
the
jellyfish.
ocean's
Holy
terrifying.
fuck, man! No, get the jellyfish out of here.
You'd rather be stuck deep in the ocean or in a cave?
Cave.
The cave's not underwater, is it?
Could be a underwater cave.
Then
Oh, that's just like two nightmares.
But you
put
have
together.
one.
Yeah.
or stuck in the ocean? But I can't breathe in the ocean.
Let's say there's some way you can breathe in the depths of the ocean.
Okay. Would you rather be stuck in the middle of the ocean on like a float or something,
Yeah.
Yeah.
for like 24 hours, or would you rather be stuck in a cave for 24 hours?
Oh, cave, 100%.
Cave.
Cave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Million
100%.
percent.
Way easier though, because the float one you can kind of just chill out. Just chill. It's like
I would not be chilling, bro. I would be freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
They're both pretty easy for 24
least
hours.
in
I
a
think a month
cave.
is where we get like this is.
Well, that's just survival at this point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least in a cave, I can like pick a corner and just sleep. But like, where am I gonna sleep in the ocean?
You can sleep on the barge.
It won't be
Yeah.
comfy.
Oh, and a cave would.
Comfier.
I don't think we're concerned about the comfiness of a cave.
Wait, which one would you pick?
Depends. I mean, because like there's a lot of variables. Like caves,
Okay.
caves are scary, man.
It's not as
so's
scary
the
as
ocean.
oceans.
So is the ocean.
Oceans.
Yeah, but 24 hours is chill on a barge. That's fine.
That's Connor's next video, by the way.
I spent 24 hours on a barge.
Nah,
Easy.
fuck that.
Just lie
Fuck.
down for. You just fucking chill out for
You
24
don't know
hours.
what. You do not know what's down there. With a cave.
They don't
With
touch the boats. They don't touch the barges.
With a cave, you can see it coming.
With a,
Yeah.
with a
In
cave,
the ocean,
you
you
could, be,
can't.
you could be trapped in. You know, you could be. It's dark. It's gross. You can't see anything.
You can't see anything underwater. Like
Well,
you don't know
what's
what's
floating on the top, right?
just like floating on the top. Yeah.
That's fine, but because fish don't give a fuck about trying to hit whatever.
Oh,
you're
fish are
on.
the least of my concerns, bro.
Yeah.
Sharks don't care either. Because it doesn't taste like anything. They don't. There's no meaning for them to try and attack you. You'll be fine on like a little boat.
No, I'm sure you'll be fine in either. It's just a matter of like, which one am I more comfortable with mentally?
Yeah, mentally
boat.
comfortable
I think being on
for.
the
No,
boat.
hell no.
Chill.
Like
I like the ocean, but hell no. No,
Like the more I've grown older, the more I realize I definitely have like thalassophobia.
Really?
Like yeah, just
Did you have it as a kid or?
I've always hated the sea. I guess.
You know what my dad used to do
What?
to teach me how to swim?
Oh God.
It's very Asian dad method.
Okay.
Dude, I was like 7 or something, or
Right.
6. We'd go to the beach. He'd pick me up and just like throw me into the like deep end of the ocean. It's like, all right, swim, honey.
Would you?
That's what lions do to their cubs. Like,
Wait, he didn't even like try and teach you technique. He's just like
No!
just throws you.
My dad's not a very good teacher. You know how he
Clearly.
You don't say.
the way he tried teaching me how to read the time was he'd point at the clock and go, "What time is it?" And if I couldn't answer, he'd get really mad.
That is
But,
like the most Asian thing I've ever heard in my
what
life.
time is
He's
it?
like the worst teacher.
You should have seen him when he was trying to teach me how to drive.
Oh God, how was that?
He ended up not being the one to teach me how to
Oh,
drive.
God.
That's for sure.
Jesus.
Yeah, unfortunately, I hate to call my dad out, but he's also like not the best teacher either. Because I remember having a similar experience when my dad tried to teach me how to ride a bike. Where it was kind of like the teaching method was, son, you do this. And
Yeah.
you do this. It's simple. And I was like, Dad, what's the technique? He's like, just do it.
Just do it.
Just do
You'll
it.
know.
It's like, and obviously I fall off. He's like, you're doing it wrong. I was like, what am I doing wrong? Just keep doing it. Just keep doing it, right? It's kind of like a trial by fire kind of like teaching method. To be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
just do the thing, but harder and better.
It's just
Try
this is the
harder.
get good method.
Yeah, it literally, that's just the Asian method. There is like no fidelity to teaching
Yeah.
techniques. The technique is just get good and you keep trying until you get good.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
The way they teach math is what's 4 times 4? Wrong. Do it again.
Yeah.
But how? What is it?
Jesus.
It's very strange.
The biggest anomaly is
Threw
that
you in the
Asians are good at
ocean.
math. It's like,
Huh?
how did that happen? It's like,
Did you not drown?
No, I didn't drown.
How?
because she got good.
She's
like, "I'm proud of you."
You can't swim, so like you would just drown.
I think I would just like flail around and then he'd just pick me up and then do it again.
Oh, so you just traumatize you.
I don't like the ocean.
It's like 1 inch from
shit.
drowning. It's
Yeah,
like, all right.
fucking, dunking you.
Yeah.
See, I like pools. I like swimming. I just don't like doing it in the sea, in the ocean.
You
I
don't
just,
like it when you can't see the bottom, right?
Oh, I've.
Yeah, yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
don't.
yeah.
As soon as we get to that point, I'm like, get me the fuck out of
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
like the idea of like rip currents.
Yeah.
Like at any
Oh,
point you just get pulled in and there's nothing stopping.
yeah, that's so fucking terrifying.
It's scary,
I
man.
love the ocean.
Have you ever been swimming and then you felt something, like a fish or like seaweed?
You
or
probably
Yeah.
didn't feel something, most likely though.
No, it was seaweed.
Yeah.
And
oh yeah, okay.
yeah, like
Alright.
I felt that, and I just, you know, every time I just feel like just a little like flicker or something, I fucking,
Shit
I'm like,
my pants.
I literally
Yeah,
like
you do.
shits himself. I'm like, get me the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It just something about the ocean terrifies me.
What about boats? You like being on boats?
I haven't been on enough boats, but not particularly.
Huh.
I like boats.
I like boats too.
Yeah. Because you're safe.
Yeah,
I love a boat. I don't know. It's just kind
love a good boat.
I love a good boat.
Love a good boat.
It's the British in me, I think. It's just like, I love a boat, eh? Can't hate on boats.
It's the sailor in me.
I love the boats are chill. I don't know. I like the ocean, but again, yeah, I think it's terrifying how little we know about it. Yada yada yada. Everyone gets it. Scared of things down there.
Yeah.
That's about it. Now caves, ocean caves, is the scariest.
No, cave diving. I'm never gonna.
That shit is the worst.
Yeah.
When I watch those YouTube videos about it, I'm like, all right, that's one thing I'm never gonna do.
Yeah, I watch those kind of YouTube videos just to get, I don't know why. It's like a morbid curiosity, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the thing that makes it so terrifying is that if you dive in the ocean and you're exploring these caves, like if something goes wrong, you can't come back up.
Yeah,
You have
and they can't retrieve you.
Yeah, because you have to decompress for like an hour. Depending on how, like if you go down 50 meters, it's something like you have to wait like an hour.
Yeah.
And then come back up. It's like
What if you run out of air?
yeah,
You're done.
I think a lot of the time dudes should have to make the choice of like, all right, let's just see if I fucking die from decompression sickness. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Let's play the gacha.
It's terrifying. It's like caving is already scary. Why are you adding the element of like hard mode to it?
Yeah.
And cold and you can't see anything.
Yeah.
I do wonder. Okay.
Oh boy. Okay.
I have noticed a pattern with a lot of people who have moved to Japan. I wonder if you followed that pattern. Oh no. Have you stopped being a weeb? Have you stopped watching anime or?
Oh, of course you bring. No,
Yeah.
actually, I've watched more anime.
Oh, really?
I
You're
have.
the 1%.
Oh.
Wait, why? Wait, do people usually stop once they move here?
Yes.
Well, I mean, like, I feel, because I know what Garnt's talking about. It's like, when you're visiting Japan, it's like, all right, Akihabara, I'm going there every fucking day, buying anime figures,
Yeah.
reading manga, watching anime, blah, blah, blah. And then after like 6 months to a year, I'd say, you just like, maybe go to Akihabara once a year.
Yeah.
Kind of
Because I was wondering, this anime cafe, I'm going to call it a phase. Is it a phase?
It's not a phase.
Is it a phase?
lifestyle, Garnt. It's a lifestyle.
Was that purely for content or just, do you genuinely just love anime cafes
I
that
like
much?
going to them. But I'm like, may as well make a video out of it if I'm going to this
Yeah,
many.
of course.
Especially since they're so expensive. But yeah, watching more anime isn't necessarily a result of me moving to Japan. More like a result of me living with Ditis.
Oh, okay.
Right,
Yeah.
Okay.
So
He is the biggest weeb
Yeah.
I know.
He is.
yeah, so I've been watching a lot more anime because I don't know about you guys. I don't like watching stuff by myself.
I love it.
Really?
No,
Yeah,
I
I
actually
like watching
prefer watching it by
I
myself.
like watching stuff by
Yeah.
myself.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I usually like having another person like to experience it with.
I feel like that just nerfs the experience for me because I'm like, now I have to tailor my watching schedule around another person as well. And then what happens is that we were like, honey, we should watch this one show. We watched like 2 episodes where one of us gets a bit tired. I want to continue, like one of us might want to continue watching, but no, we got to stop for the other person. And then we're like, we'll watch it when we are next available. And then we just never finish it. So that's why I'm just like, I'd rather watch by myself. But you seem to watch a lot more anime with Ditus than we're able to. Right?
Yeah. There's some shows that I have been watching solo, but I feel like for most of the ones I've watched, it's usually with him.
Right.
If it's something he hasn't watched yet.
All right.
Recently, we finished watching Bocchi the Rock.
Hell yeah!
So good.
Hell yeah!
It's so there. I love a good cute girls doing cute things show.
Yeah.
Why you shake? It's so. Have you seen it? It's so good.
I'm halfway through and
I-
I hate that I love it so
I
much.
love it.
Yeah.
I saw a comment on our we spoke about Bokksu the Rock, and someone commented saying something like, Connor is everything that Bokksu has an irrational fear of. Or something. And I was like, what does that mean?
That
What
is
does
the
that
most
mean?
accurate
That's pretty
comment.
accurate.
That is the most accurate comment
that
I've ever
mean?
heard.
Why?
Watch it.
I don't want to watch.
Because she has social anxiety and she's afraid of meeting people like you probably and
Yeah.
interacting with people like,
Like she
you.
would. Yeah.
She'd probably crumble under her own pressure interacting with someone
Yeah.
like you.
Oh no.
Do you still watch a lot of shoujo as well?
Oh my god! Recently, I've been watching Yona of the Dawn.
Oh, yeah.
Why? Why? What?
Fine,
what is
it's
this
fine.
reaction?
That's
Why
a
are you
that's a
judging
classic,
me?
bro.
Yeah, it's
That's-
fine.
It's so good.
Yeah.
There's been
That's
a lot
one of the
shows.
best. Yeah.
I agree.
Oh my god, Hawk! Ah!
Oh yeah, I saw you tweeting about it, and I'm just like, oh, she's on that side now.
Oh
Eh?
my god!
I actually did want to watch it, but then I found out that it just like abruptly ends and doesn't have a season 2.
Well, that's why you read the manga after.
Yeah.
You continue with the manga.
I
Adoy.
just don't want to read.
Anime.
I saw an anime recently and I was like, this has the most Emily aesthetics.
Which one?
Sugar Apple Fairy
I
Tale?
actually okay. So
Of course, of fucking course.
I started watching Sugar Apple Fairy Tale as
Yeah.
well.
Is this a recent one?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
a
this
new
season.
one.
Oh,
It's
okay,
this
okay.
season.
It's very pretty.
If you put like strawberries into an aesthetic, it would be this show.
And there's
like it's-
fairies, and there's fairies.
Yeah.
There's
is the most.
Shame about the slavery in the show though.
yeah.
I was just like, this is a really cute show.
Can you explain the plot real quick?
Why is this slavery?
Because so humans have in this world, humans have enslaved fairies.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why is
Yes.
anime obsessed with slavery?
I don't know.
This is
So
so
like,
weird.
it is kind of like the romance aspect is a little weird because it's like
She buys a
she
slave.
buys like a fairy who's like a fully grown like
So,
dude. By the way,
It's like they're not called slaves. They're called worker
Oh, they're not
fairies.
called
guys. They're not slaves.
They're called slaves.
They're worker fairies. Okay, that you can buy as a profit.
Workers. They're workers.
And, like,
yeah.
I don't know how I feel about the anime yet because
Yeah.
I just started watching it.
So it's just like e-girl slavery kind of thing?
Yeah, like in like every isekai, it's like the guy buying like the slave, but like they're not like other slave owners. They're gonna treat the slave
Yeah,
nicely.
so
But they still bought a slave.
Yeah.
So she needs him to escort her because she's trying to go to like a confectionery fair, like competition thing.
So, question: is this a wholesome show?
Yeah, kind of.
No, there's like blood and stuff.
Oh yeah, there is,
he-
isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the title sounds like something like really like
Sugar apple fairy
cutesy
tale.
and bubbly.
Yeah.
Fairy
So
featuring
he's like a
Emily
warrior
and
fairy.
slavery.
Yeah,
Featuring
she's going to
fairy
a
slavery.
confectionery fair,
He is
and then she
he is so hot, by the way, the warrior fairy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of like the romance dynamic at the beginning.
Well, of course. I mean, she technically owns him.
Well, yeah, but also like he obviously like he distrusts humans and doesn't like them for obvious reasons,
Yeah.
right? But he
Yeah.
still like does that weird thing where he's like teasing her and like
Yeah, that's-
kabedoning her. But
Yeah.
it's like,
Well, I mean, of
why are
course,
you
it's the
doing
shoujo
that?
genre. You
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah, but it's like you have to ease into that stuff. You can't roll that out episode 1. You can't.
Oh, he does that shit episode 1?
Episode 1, like minute 12. I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
I remember
Like, why is this so sudden?
in episode one. There's this line that he utters. So they're like, this is after he purchases him and
Yeah.
they're in a carriage going home together, and she's like, "Oh, I've never had my first kiss before," and he goes, "What are you, a child?" And I looked up her age and she's 15, and I was just like, "Yes, she is a child."
Yeah, so he's just like it's weird because you're expecting there to be a dynamic of like they're bickering and like he doesn't like her for
Yeah.
obvious
Yeah.
reasons.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they're also trying to cram in this dynamic of like, oh, he's flirty with her,
Yeah.
and it's like it doesn't. This isn't working.
Yeah,
like,
that's a bit weird.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
wondering what your opinion was, because the aesthetic is like your aesthetic down to the T.
It's
I
a beautiful
feel
show, but
beautiful show.
It's-
So
Looks
you're gonna pass on this one.
yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think you'd like it. But it's just
Yeah,
I have
not
to
a
keep
big,
watching.
guy.
But episode 1, I was like, I'm not really sold on this very much. Like the designs are gorgeous, but like I don't know. He reminded me of like he gave me the same ick as like Usui from Kaicho wa Maid-sama.
oh okay.
Huh?
My king.
He gave me the same ick. Where
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, oh, can you relax? Like, stop it. You're being weird.
At least with Kaicho made someone, he wasn't a slave.
Well, yeah, but he was still weird. So, actually, the reason why I started watching Yona of the Dawn is
Yeah.
I had already planned on watching it because everyone was like, this is such a you show. Why haven't you watched it yet? And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I should. And while we were watching the first episode of Sugar Apple Fairy Tale, Daitis was like, you know what did this romance dynamic way better? And I'm like, what? And he's like, Yona of the Dawn. You should watch it.
Yeah, well, Yona the Dawn, I feel like is one of the goats.
It's so
No, yeah,
it's so
I agree.
good
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
beautiful. I love it so far. It's been a while since like I've watched a show and like episode 1 my mouth is like open. But I'm like,
I watched episode 1 and 2, I think, and I don't really have any feelings on it.
how dare you?
It has a
It's
pretty
so
strong
good.
start.
Yeah.
I'd say.
I think I do remember stuff.
Yes, I remember stuff.
Yeah. Like, oh, okay, all right. I suppose.
I also I'm currently on season 2. I'm very behind on everything, as
Right,
you
right.
know, but I'm currently on season 2 of Love is War. Kaguya-sama.
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I love it.
I think season 2 is when, like, the latter of season 2 is when it really starts to show its true colors.
Really?
Because then
I loved season 1.
I was like, I didn't love season 1. I was like, this is enjoyable. And then season 2 made me care about the characters because they actually like get character
I thought
development.
season 1 was great.
I can't. It's one of those shows where like I can't watch it without grinning
Yeah.
every episode.
Oh, it's because it's genuinely funny.
Yeah.
Because we had this conversation in previous podcasts about how we're getting a little bit tired of like romance anime and manga. What do you think makes a good romance like dynamic? What draws you to a romance dynamic?
Okay, well, a good rom-com has to be funny. Funny
Okay.
and like
Of
sort
course,
of
yeah.
unpredictable.
Yeah.
A good romance? I've noticed that the romance anime that I'm most drawn to is very gradual. Like,
Well, I feel like it has to, right? Because otherwise then it becomes unrealistic. You know? If the romance happens too fast, then it's like, that doesn't happen in real life.
In real life, we're like, dude, they got
well,
together way
actually,
too
no.
fast.
My love
Last.
story, it happens pretty quickly, but it's still like super cute.
I guess, but they still. I feel like in My Love Story, they still, like the start is fast, but then like actually them developing is a long process.
Oh my God. I
Whereas
love
like
that
I've seen
one.
some romance anime where it's like
love
episode
My Love
1
Story.
they meet, and then by episode 3 they're like fucking, and I'm like, whoa, chill, bro. Like what? Where's
hype.
the build up?
That's hype.
So it's like I feel even if like the start is fast, like in My Love Story, like if the progression is like slow,
Yeah.
then it's like, oh, it's more realistic, so you get more attached to the characters,
Yeah.
right? Whereas like from this fucking Sugar Apple show, I feel like immediately it's already like,
Yeah,
whoa,
Yeah,
it
this-
just,
chill.
It kind of, yeah. I like it. It's the best when like you can really sense their individual personalities.
Yeah.
and you enjoy watching them on screen, even if it's just them, like by themselves.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of refreshing for me to see more modern shoujo anime being made that's not like a rehash of a very old franchise or something, because I feel like shoujo anime are just getting way and way more unpopular now, or like
I
less
know.
is being made.
It's
It's
a
not.
shame.
Yeah, less is just being made in the modern day, I think.
Good.
Excuse you. Yeah.
No, I agree, because there's so many good shoujo.
Yeah.
More
out there.
Jujutsu Kaisen ripoffs.
Huh?
Oh my god, what are you animated?
Yeah. Okay, so as the anime cafe expert now,
Sure.
you've been to more than like all of us combined. I'm
I've
pretty
been
sure
to
now.
around 27.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
Been a year.
Okay. What has been like your best experiences? Nichijou?
The Nichijou Cafe.
That Nichijou Cafe,
was
I went with Emily
actually
on that.
good.
It was actually amazing.
It was actually really
I got
good.
the dog shit one. You took me to the terrible one.
Which banana fish?
Yeah.
You liked the pasta.
The pasta was okay, but it was just all shit.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Oh, you
Sorry
mean-
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they charged like a fucking $30 a cookie.
Yeah, but that's anime cafes for you, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
It was like they barely themed it. They put up a bunch of wallpaper and called it a day.
Yeah.
And I got a reserve. You gonna make a reserve for this? Fuck off, dude. That's what pisses me off, is that I have to reserve to go to something that's mid. And I'm like, no, you don't get to make me
No, you
reserve.
go for like the Instagram moment, you know?
I know. and
That's
I
kind
hate
of
that.
all it's for, and the merch.
If you're a
The
true
mer-
fan,
The merch
If
is
you're a
always
true
so
fan.
bad. I am gonna if I swear to God, if I have to buy clear files, I'm not.
oh, no,
yeah.
No.
That's an immediate skip.
Always
Yeah.
have clear
obviously.
files, buttons.
no, the
some
Nichijou
other
Cafe
crap.
had some bomb ass merch.
Nichijou
Why?
Cafe
the
was
banana fish
sick.
had nothing. It had
I
a
know.
plate. Had
yeah.
a plate.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Why do I have a plate?
I'm sorry.
I mean, they had plates and cups and stuff like
I'm
that.
I'm just a hater.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
I'll take you to better ones, maybe.
Okay.
Go to the Nichijou one.
All right, let's go to a better one next.
Yeah, the
Nichijou,
Nichijou one was so cute because like the merch, they actually like put effort into it.
So
Yes.
this is good. It's
Yeah.
good.
No, the
Is it
thing
gone?
it did what
Maybe soon.
I've been it gave me what I've been wanting from an anime collab cafe, where
Right.
every menu item you could look at it and you could pinpoint exactly what they're referencing
Yeah.
from the
Yeah.
manga or
Yeah.
the show.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, that's the scene where Yuko drops
right.
the curry.
Yeah.
That's the scene with Mio's hair cubes. That's the scene with like
That's
you
cool.
could
That's
yeah,
cool.
it was
Yeah.
really
That
cool.
makes more
Like
sense.
Yeah.
Then
And
like,
I-
it's a bagel because Mario likes bagels.
Yeah.
and like the yakisaba thing was what's like sold it.
Oh
for me,
yeah.
where
Oh
they
my
trolled you.
god. Yeah. So I ordered the yakisoba.
Yeah.
And in Nichijou, there's an episode where like Yuko asks for yakisoba, and then they get the order, but it's yakisoba, which is like the fried fish.
Right.
So I ordered the yakisoba, and she was like, okay, so who ordered the yakisoba? And I was like, I did. And they brought out this like fucking plastic container, like this white plastic container, and I opened it up, and it was fried fish. and then 5 minutes later, she came back with the actual yakisoba, and I'm like, that's brilliant.
That's
Like, I
fucking
got trolled.
five head,
I
man.
got trolled at the fucking
good.
cafe,
Okay.
but
That's
it's like
good.
it's actually unique and like fun.
that's
And
And imagine
cool.
if someone hadn't seen Nichijou and they were like, wrong, excuse
Excuse
me,
me.
excuse
I
me.
mean, I thought it was troll when they gave us the food in our cafe. I was like, is this it? Okay, I'm ready.
So Joey got the premium experience.
I got the premium experience.
Alright.
Yeah.
Have you been to a JoJo cafe?
Been to the JoJo bar. That's tight.
That's hype.
That's not like
Yeah.
officially licensed.
Yeah, it's
That's
probably why it's good.
just a bro. Just a,
Yeah.
just a
Oh,
goat.
yeah. Well,
If there are any fake cafes coming out,
no,
hit me up. Surprisingly not.
Because, bro, fate fans don't leave their house. What do you mean? Get a fate fan to stop playing fate. The time they would have to log off and go in real life, like we'd lose money. We would just.
All
make
you
money.
need to do is just like Pokemon Go it, you know, like you come to this one
one
physical
free pull.
place,
One free pull.
yeah, one free pull. Yo, there's a line that stretches
Bro,
from
it
like
would-
here to
Shinjuku shut
Kyoto,
down.
man.
Yeah.
Like fuck it up.
I'll let you know if I see a fake cafe.
All right.
Okay, so you talked about cafes, something you like.
Yeah.
What is one thing that maybe you kind of hated about Japan after the fact, or maybe something you became to dislike a lot?
So it's not necessarily like something I dislike about Japan. It's just there's now after moving here and like making content here, I am now exposed to a new genre of annoying ass YouTube comments.
Oh,
And
What is it?
I feel like you guys have talked about this already, but now that I have to deal with it, I'm going to complain about it.
yeah,
Okay.
So you have two sides of the spectrum.
All right.
yeah.
On one side, you have the Japan dick riders
Yeah.
who get really mad at you if you dare say anything even a little bit negative.
Yeah.
That's all I ever fucking do.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Like,
trash taste
I remember-
comments are just like.
In one of my, what is it? Like it's so annoying. In one of my themed cafe videos, I got a comment. There was actually a few that were like this, that were like, typical Western girl hates that Japan won't cater to her taste buds, because I said that the burgers at the Oran Cafe were shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
they probably
Well,
were.
they probably
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
shit. Like, this isn't a cultural issue.
Yeah.
They were just bad food. Like, it's the type of commenter who is like, how dare you? Like, say anything. They assume that like whatever you eat in Japan, it is godlike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
They
there's no
they
such
treat
thing as
Japan
bad
as like a
food.
utopia that can't do wrong, right?
Yeah.
They cannot.
And I'm
There's
like,
some good burger joints, but man,
What?
they
Yeah.
can't do that.
Yeah, and then on the similarly on the other annoying side of the spectrum, you have the Japan haters
Yeah.
who, no matter what you say, like if you say anything even a little positive, they have to come in and like rain on your parade.
Yeah, of
like I'll
course.
be like, hey, I went to this really cute cafe and I had a really good time, and then someone will come in and be like, have fun getting sexually assaulted on the train.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
dude,
what does that have to do with
it's
anything?
always the most like they clearly like can't take the particular situation you're in and find
Yeah.
a negative about that situation, so they have to bring some kind of wild tangent, right? Like you could be doing like, oh, here I am at a 7-Eleven, let's try all the sandwiches, and then one of the comments would be like, yeah, but do you know what the Japanese did during World War II? Was that absolutely horrible? And I'm like, what does that have to do with anything?
Jerry's granddad just told him that.
Yeah, exactly. My great uncle's like, let me tell you.
Jerry's already heard about that.
I've seen this shit.
I've got a first-hand account.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like I can't, obviously, like you can't please everybody,
Of
right?
course, I mean, there's been so much Japan praise online for a very, very long
Oh, yeah.
time. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of pushback to it, and it makes this weird. And then there's people who are very protective of it, like you said. It's just a whole
Yeah.
weird thing. It's very weird it's very fun to hear Japanese people's opinion when you talk to them. I went to this bar like 2 nights ago, and the guy asked us to move up because more customers coming. 'Cause it's small, right? So
Yeah.
we move up, and then there's a Japanese guy, and there's 2 of them. They're absolutely smashed. And he goes, he tries to grab my hand. I'm like, all right. And he was like, you like Japan? And I was like, yeah, Japan's pretty good. And he starts going off about how he feels about Japan.
Right. Japanese guy.
Japanese guy. He goes, everyone in Japan is hentai. And I was like, all right. He's like, everyone. is hentai. And I was like, all right, okay. It's this guy right here, pointing at the bar guy. This guy is biggest hentai I know. And this is just a normal bar working. Guys don't know each other. And I was like, all right. He kept saying it louder and louder. He's like, this guy right here, this particular guy is a pervert. The biggest pervert in Japan. And then he keeps going off. And I'm just like, all right, okay, dude. All right. The barman comes over, he's like, hey, dude, could you please shut the fuck up? There's other customers. Please fucking stop. And he's like, no, you're a fucking hentai. You're a pervert. I'm not afraid to say it. You're a pervert, man. You're a pervert. And the guy's like, please stop. And his friend's like, dude. And I was like,
chill.
what the fuck? What the fuck?
Jesus.
Yeah, that was my fun experience.
So anyway, I love this country.
I love this place. And he was telling me about, he's an architect. And I was like, what do you think about Japanese architecture? He goes, super shit. He's like, we build and tear down right away.
I mean, that is true.
Yeah, he's like, Europe is the gold standard of architecture. And I was like, oh, cool. I was like, can't wait to tell Garnt and Joey then. Because fuck that. And then they were funny guys. They were great.
Yeah.
But they were with like a girl who looked extremely young.
Oh.
Yeah. They were like in their 40s. They were like, yeah, it's a 20-year-old girl with them. I was like, all right, cool.
You sure? The bar guy's the biggest hentai.
At least
Hopefully that's not why they were shouting the previous statement out.
Who's the hentai? Yeah, it was strange.
At least he's self-aware.
It was a fun night though.
Yeah. Have you got
Wait, what?
Have you got any comments asking like, oh, how's your Japanese coming along?
all
why
the
are you not fluent yet?
All the time.
You've lived in Japan for a year and you're not fluent in Japanese?
You are not
OMG.
Nihongo Jozu yet? What's wrong with you? I'm working on it.
It's okay. It's okay. We all are. Except for him. Except for him.
Yeah, he doesn't need
Except for
to.
him.
Man, I'm working on it. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I mean, like the annoying, there aren't like enough annoying comments for it to truly be an issue.
Yeah.
It's just something I've noticed.
Yeah.
Where it's like, it's people who like expect you to just constantly like be loving everything. Or people who want you to be having a miserable time for some reason.
What I found fascinating, I feel, and this isn't every single comment that's like the Japan hating comments, but I've noticed a lot of comments that are like very against Japan and want you to also have a bad time are probably people who once lived in Japan or spent a while in Japan and maybe didn't have the best time
and
themselves.
they're like salty.
Yeah, and they're salty that they're seeing you have a good time, right?
It's either like people...
It's not every comment, obviously.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But like, I've noticed that there's people who will just be salty at the fact that I live here.
Yeah.
I think it's also because it's maybe some commenters or some viewers, they see how we got here. And you know, it's a very rare circumstance, and I think it's very lucky.
Yeah.
I think that also it can annoy people because they're like, that's fucked up that they get to go and you maybe do the dream.
Why can't that be me?
I'm not saying that's all of it, but I think there's a lot of aspects to it.
Yes, definitely.
And you know, we're very lucky, and we get to
yeah,
we get the best of both worlds in Japan. We don't have to work in the Japanese company. But we can still live in Japan and have all the benefits of that.
Sure.
Yeah. I feel like there has been a recent new wave of, how you call it, like Japan dick riders as well.
Oh my god!
Just
so
because
annoying.
I've seen like a massive new
annoying.
trend with YouTube Shorts and TikToks that are just like, I feel like the J vlogging scene, they had like exposed most of the things you can find in Japan right now on like the normal day-to-day basis. You know, you can't really have in a J vlog, oh, look at this vending machine anymore, because we all know about the Japanese vending machines, but it feels like to TikTok, they're just discovering this right now, where you find shorts and you find TikToks where it's just like, look at
Top
this.
10 reasons why Japan is living in the future.
Oh, dude, I hate those.
So many of those. And
I
it's
hate
like,
those.
number one, you can use a suica in a vending machine. I'm like, other countries have that
Some
too.
of
Don't worry.
them like lie.
Yeah.
Like, what is it? I saw one that was like, people are lining up 4 hours at Starbucks for this new drink. And I'm like, I can go down the street and get that drink in like 2 minutes.
No
Like,
one's
what?
doing
No
that.
one's lining
There
up
is
4 hours.
unfortunately way more Starbucks than are needed in Japan.
Yeah,
You don't
what
have
are
to
you
wait
ta-
long.
I
You
just,
do not.
I hate that people are just taking like the most mundane things and trying to be like, isn't this crazy? Because it's in Japan. And because like you're spawning more like Japan dick riders.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just
Those crazy Japanese. Jeez.
What's the longest you waited in line for anything in Japan?
Oh, cafe, 2 hours.
2 hours.
Just to get
You are that person waiting in line, Emily.
The bank, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Wait.
Just
Oh, yeah.
to-
The
just
hospital,
to get
right,
seated.
Garnt?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, okay, another one. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm complaining too much.
No.
It feels.
Welcome to Trash
therapy.
Taste.
Yeah, welcome to Trash Taste.
I'll
This
break
is
it
this is
up so we have time for
Okay.
Alright.
You know what other comment that I saw a lot of at the beginning that I thought was so like annoying and like patronizing?
What?
When I made the video of like, I moved to Japan. You get all the comments that are like, you know, it's not like the animes, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, there's no subtitles?
No shit.
Look, I'm not 15. Like,
No subtitles was hard though. I'm just gonna say it. I wish there was. It would have helped me a lot.
you
I would have
think I'm
invested in
gonna like move, you think I'm gonna turn my life around overseas to move to this country,
Well-
and you think me at my big girl age thinks that I'm about to walk into like my high school rom-com shoujo dream? Are you kidding
Yeah,
me?
I mean, it's because you know they're normally dumb kids saying that shit, and
Yeah, they're probably 15 themselves.
or it's people who because they only see your videos, boom, you're in Japan. So for them it's like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, they don't see
Yeah.
like you mulling over the decision, me telling you 500 times on call that you should come over here.
They don't see. They don't
see that.
Yeah, they don't see the visa process.
I know, but I'm like, come on.
No, I know.
Come
All
on. Like,
right. Hot take. I think, honestly, if you've gone through that like period in your life where you have been like a massive, let's say, Japan dick rider, super weeby,
That's fine, man.
I think it actually helps you.
No, it does.
What do you mean?
You know a lot of information.
Okay.
wait, what helps you?
Just kind of have like not being afraid to kind of like do a lot of people in the West, if you're like overly weeby or something like that, it's kind of cringe, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought
Yeah.
learning Japan was cringe.
Yeah.
Japanese, sorry. I
Yeah.
thought
Learning Japan.
I thought learning Japanese was so like, oh, you're learning it because of anime? That's
Yeah.
so fucking cringe. Fuck, I should have learned it because of
Yeah.
anime. Fuck.
and I will say, like, now that we like live in Japan, we communicate with Japanese people way more often. I'm so fucking jealous of Sydney because she has no shame at all in like being as like she's been through her weeby
Anyway,
phase.
that's just
That's
Sydney.
just Sydney. That's just Sydney. But like every time we go like traveling or anything like that, we go like just different places. She has like no shame at all in like trying to like do things that in our minds was like perceived as weeby, but here in Japan, it's like people fucking love it here because there's someone that's kind of like trying to learn about that culture.
Oh, if there's one thing Japanese people love, it's someone who's not Japanese trying to be Japanese.
Yeah, exactly.
They love
Exactly.
that shit. Because it's like, oh, they're embracing our culture. Like they're trying to, like assimilate, and like that makes our life easier.
Yeah.
Old people. Or some old people.
Oh, yeah.
Some old
Yeah,
people.
so-
But
like,
it's like seeing someone like trying really hard to like,
Yeah.
talk to someone in Japanese. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, they put
like,
effort
no, it does,
into
yeah.
like trying to communicate with us. That's so nice.
yeah,
you know?
like Sydney gets treated so well when we go travel because she has had this like eccentric weeb phase and she's not afraid to do. And like for the longest time I thought it was cringe, and here in Japan I'm like, fuck, man, that should have been me. I should have done that. I could have got a head start. Damn it.
I've noticed that because obviously when I started learning Japanese more and speaking it, that when I kind of copied the mannerisms of like how Japanese people when they speak, like a bit more quiet, a bit more reserved, that there are, I don't know, it was like a lot harder to communicate, and sometimes there would like be walls there. But the moment I started kind of speaking Japanese, but also being way more confident and more like kind of just extroverted with it, they're super more chill about
Yeah.
it. They get way
Yeah.
more open to it.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. Like,
Yeah.
I think when they see you speaking Japanese, but still having that kind of fun, extroverted personality with it, I think it helps so much.
Yeah.
People are so
well,
much
because they
more
probably
willing.
see that you're comfortable, and
Yeah,
that makes
yeah,
them
yeah,
comfortable,
exactly. I
right?
think so.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why the guy kept telling me about hentai. Man.
Yeah.
It's really-
Basically, what I realized after actually moving to Japan, we have to return to weeb. That's we must return to weeb. That was
just be hype with it, man. Just
Yeah.
go crazy.
if you think you're acting like fucking anime, probably Japanese people will actually be more receptive
Yeah.
towards you.
Okay, well, maybe not all anime.
Well, maybe not all the way.
No,
you know.
maybe not all the way
Yeah,
anime,
maybe
but
not.
just
Like,
be more
but just
confident.
like more eccentric, more confident.
Don't end your sentences with like desunya.
Okay,
like,
yeah. Okay, no,
like
not that far,
that
not
shit-
that far.
Yeah, even Japanese people would be like, that's
Okay.
hell.
That's going too far, weeb.
Yeah,
Go back.
That's going in my cringe compilation.
I started using more friendly. What's the word when you end the sentence? What's the
Casual?
You know what? Like when you
Tameguchi?
is that what you say? Like
Yeah, like the not casual one, right? Not keigo?
Yeah. I started
Yeah.
speaking more casual, like not saying like the correct like
Desumasu,
des
yeah.
stuff. I noticed people were way more receptive.
Yeah.
Like I think it's purely because I'm white.
More casual, isn't it?
And I
I'm
think
white.
And
Well,
I think
this-
they're like more chill about it than if I try
Yeah.
and speak more natural.
Yeah.
Because there's something about it, because when you speak in like a Keigo, like des smas,
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
they probably think, oh, you're maybe not as well versed in Japanese,
Yeah.
or like not as comfortable, right? Because you sound like you learned from a textbook, which you probably did, but like.
Yeah.
If you speak in a casual way, they don't teach that shit to you in the textbooks.
Yeah.
So to them, it's like, oh, you actually know how to speak like real Japanese people and not
Yeah.
from a textbook, right? So that's probably what it is.
Yeah, I started testing. I've been testing some things, seeing how it goes.
Limit testing.
I wanted to see which things worked. One thing that didn't work, or at least sometimes got me like weird looks, is that you're gonna.
Go on.
I would. Whenever I got out the taxi and I'd leave, I'd just say, "Ah, mata," and that's like see you later, like see you again, like a friend. Because I wanted to, I just kind of, I wanted to see how it'd go.
That's like hopping out of a taxi being like, peace.
Some of them would laugh, and some of them would be like, "What?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Are we seeing each other again? Did you book?"
Like, did you book this taxi with me?
Yeah, it's funny. Good time though.
Yeah.
Just trying fun things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
I'll
fun way to
keep you
get a
guys- I'll keep you
reaction.
guys updated.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
keep doing more stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
All right,
Trying
well,
different things
thank
as
you for
well,
joining
but-
us on this episode
Oh,
of Trash
yes,
Taste.
of course.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Hey, look at all these patrons, though. Do you see all of
Wow.
them? I wonder how many of them agree with
Ooh.
Emily's
Oh,
takes.
God.
Let-
Which ones?
Let us know in the comments which one you agree with, if any.
Banana good.
I like how we set up this podcast as an intervention for you, but then we just ended up doing the usual thing of like having shit takes ourselves.
that's usually how it
That's
ends
just
up.
welcome to Trash Taste.
Yeah. But hey, if you'd like to support the show, then go over to our Patreon, patreon.com/trashtaste, before Connor breaks our set. Also, follow us on Twitter, send us your memes on the subreddit, and if you hate our faces, listen to us on Spotify. And obviously go check out Emily, links in the description. All right.
All right.
Cool. See you guys next week.
Bye.